Said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, y'all know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Y'all know we here to talk about. We got a few things to actually discuss in this live. We got the current game going on between the Milwaukee Bucks and Detroit Pistons, where they played the Detroit Pistons in back-to-back games, where we won the first game in a thrilling game, 141 to 135, and we're currently winning 120. We currently won. Now it's officially over, 113 to 122. We pulled away late. This was a tight game all the way. We're just gonna have to, you know what? We're just gonna have to accept the Bucks the way they are, and unless there's no coaching changes and we don't make any type of moves as far as with player personnel, we gotta accept this team for what they are. This is a team that's going to win by offense. It's strictly gonna be offense. Maybe we'll get a few stops like we did in this game down the stretch to kind of to expand the lead. Somebody to hit a couple big shots, but if Bucks fans are expecting and what's happened in past years of us blowing out bad teams and things like that, and the only time we get exposed there's in the playoffs, those times are long gone. We have to understand that we have an idiot at the helm of the Milwaukee Bucks who is Adrian Griffin, and he's not going to make any adjustments. He's not going to do anything. He is just going to sit there and watch. So with that being said, we just need to kind of be positive and just be thankful we're getting wins, even with an incompetent coaching staff. And they are completely incompetent. Nobody looks like they know anything. No one knows what they're doing out there. People are just playing basketball. That's what is happening with the Milwaukee Bucks. We are just playing basketball. We're winning with talent, nothing else. When our shots are falling, it looks a lot better. We didn't shoot well from three today, which is why this game was close. And shout out to the officiating, too. Giving Detroit that many free throws is absolutely insane. Insane, the touch fouls they were getting. Also, with Stewart killing, I don't even know if I can get frustrated anymore because it's the same song and dance every game with the Bucks. Besides a couple exceptions, this is what we are. We're a team that's going to let you hang around, let you get the lead, and then we're hoping in the fourth quarter that we can go ahead and pull the game out. That's just what we did today. That's what we do almost every game. I just don't understand how us as just fans, we've not been schooled or groomed to understand a lot of what's going on the court. We're looking at it from a fan's perspective. But as a fan, if you can see what's wrong and your coach doesn't see it, that's a real issue. It's a real issue. And I'm at the point now, if they don't see it by now with Griffin, I don't think the Griffin is going to get fired, y'all. I just don't see it. Because if Horst hasn't seen it by now that this dude is terrible and he's not helping his team at any shape or form, we don't know what we're doing on offense. We don't know what we're doing on defense. We don't box out. We don't make smart plays. It's just crazy to watch. We should actually be thankful that we have the record that we do considering how we play basketball. And I'm being dead serious about that. Let me get into the stats from today's game. So the Bucks win today, 113-122. So that's two in a row. We won both back-to-back. We won the back-to-back against Detroit, so that's a good thing. Giannis, 35 minutes, 11 to 25. Not the best shooting day from him. 1 of 5 for 3. That was way too many threes in my opinion. But 8 of 12 from the free throw line is definitely solid for him. 17 huge rebounds, 10 assists for yet another triple-double. Also, 3 steals, 1 block. Giannis filled up the stat sheet, ladies and gentlemen. He filled up the stat sheet. Shout out to Giannis with a plus 12, and he only had 2 turnovers. Middleton had a big game. 9 of 14, 2 of 5, 6 of 6. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, only 1 turnover, plus 9, 26. Lopez, he was struggling. Lopez came through late with a big 3. He got the dunk on Stewart, and he ends up with plus 19, 15 points, 11 rebounds, which is unheard of with Brooks. So we got to give Brooks some love on that. He did get 11 rebounds, and then the 3 blocks. and he did have 3 turnovers. Lillard, Dame did not shoot well today. 36 minutes, 4-15, 2 of 10 from the 3-point line, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, no blocks, 2 turnovers, plus 2017. Beasley had 13. A lot of his work was done early. Crowder had an off game today, but he's coming back from injury. Portis did not do well today. 25 minutes, 7 points. Pat Connaughton only played 9 minutes, so that's positive. And Andre Jackson Jr. did give us a boost. I do think that the refs are doing Andre Jackson Jr. dirty. These refs are really doing him dirty. Nonetheless, he played 20 minutes, 3 of 4, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 5 fouls. A lot of them are ridiculous. 8 points. So the bench has definitely been tightened up. We didn't see no Beauchamp. We didn't see no campaign. And we didn't see any AJ Green today. Now the big problem what we had with Detroit today is, first of all, them shooting 29 free throws is crazy. Also, Isaiah Stewart getting 19 and Sasser getting 23 is ridiculous. Ivy getting 17 is ridiculous. Bogdanovich, I can give him 15. But that's really what kept them around was the free throw shooting, to be honest. Otherwise, the stats are fairly even. We did shoot better in the second half than the first half, 44%. We did not shoot well from three at all, and that hurt us, 10 of 39. And Detroit was 10 of 30. Then if we look at the team stats, we can at least say we didn't get killed in points in the paint. They only got 54. We're used to giving up 70. So that's a positive, ladies and gentlemen. We only gave up 54 points in the paint to our usual 70. So that's a positive. We also, I thought was a positive in today's game is the turnovers. We had single digit turnovers. So that's a positive. We only had 9 turnovers today. We caused 10, but we only had 9 turnovers today. So I think that was really good, and having 7 steals was also good. 26 assists is solid, but I do like when we're around 30. And then again, we have to talk about the bench didn't really produce too much for us today. The bench really didn't give us much in another game. The bench issues have to be addressed at some point, Bucks Nation. But let's just be happy we won. The Bucks are now 30-13, and we'll look forward to playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. And just to go over the stats for the previous game as well, just to kind of, we'll just do it like a quick one on that one. So the Bucks won 141-35. The big thing was in this one, Dame went off for 45. Giannis had 31. All our starters were in double figures, which was good to see. We shot 55%, 37% for three, but we struggled from the free throw line. And they hit 50% of their threes, which is why they were in the game. They hit 9 more threes than us, which kept them in the game. Our 3-point defense is atrocious, as you know. But yet again, we figure out a way to win. So that's what we need to be positive about, Bucks Nation. As bad as we play sometimes, the low basketball IQ things we do, we're still winning games. So let's be happy about that. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to put the link in the chat. So what I want to do is spend this kind of the first 15-20 minutes of this live now just talking about the Bucks, and then let's get into the Packers, because I know the Packers lost and we all watched it. That affected me. I couldn't even go live. We were in shock. But I'm still very proud of the Packers too for the way they played this weekend. We'll get into that. So the link is in the chat. I'm gonna go back here and get into the comment section. What up, Jeff? I see you. Let's get into this comment section now. Man, y'all is tight too. Yeah, I know we're all upset, y'all, about how the Bucks are playing. I get it, but let's just be positive that we're still winning games, even with all the all the bad stuff that we're doing and lack thereof, offensively and defensively. We're still winning games, Bucks Nation. I'm trying to remain positive. Yes, Lopez is slow. He let Sasser walk in and get his rhythm. We know all of that. But regardless, we got another win. And like I said, the Timberwolves and other good teams have struggled with struggle with Detroit as well. It's not like everybody is just beating down Detroit. So let's just be clear there. Let's just be clear. A win is a win. Every win is valuable in the NBA. And for us to get 2 in a row is still a positive, and it allows us to still remain in our proper seed right now, which is the 2nd seed. So all we can hope on is that maybe Griffin will figure it out at some point. Because I don't think we're getting rid of. I don't know what it would take to get rid of Griffin at this point. If Horst doesn't see it, management doesn't see it, we just have to accept the way this team is right now, y'all. And we have to accept it. I know y'all want to trade Bobby and all that stuff, but we trade Bobby, then we don't have a big man. We don't have a big man. I saw in the chat, and I get it. Trade Bobby and Pat and get Murray. Murray is solid, but then where are we gonna get another backup big? You got to forget we have Robin Lopez on the on the bench that's just wasting space. So I don't know what we would do. We're in between a rock and a hard place, Bucks Nation. We're either gonna give up somebody like Bobby and be a smaller team, or we stay the way we are and just hope Griffin can figure it out, or we have to wait till next season and to get a new coach, and he'll probably be fired in the off season. I just don't see it by now. 41 games is a large sample size for a coach for you not to do nothing. He's done nothing. God, Adrian Griffin, how do you not see what's going on out here? You're a grown man. You got 20/20 vision. I wear glasses. You don't. Which should mean your vision is better than mine. How do you not understand or comprehend what you're seeing on the court? The game looks so much different when you're on the court like that. Everything should just make sense. We don't know what we're doing out there. You got any and everybody bringing the ball up the court. Bobby bringing the ball up the court. Beasley. There's no continuity. Let's just hope we can figure this out by the playoffs. That's really it, y'all. Let me tap you gentlemen in. I'm gonna tap in my boy Daniel real quick. I got y'all in the chat. I see you. Bleacher Report boss. Let's talk,
So,
fam. Tell me how you feeling.
do you want to go about the Packers first, or you want me to just go to this game?
Let's go with this. We're going to wait a little bit on the Packers because that's a lot more positive right now. Let's talk about this game first since it just happened. Then let's talk about the Packers. So tell me how you felt about this game, and then we'll talk. And then tell me how you felt about the Packers. Go ahead.
Who's this Sesper kid? Who? This guy was just going in the hole every other play. I'm like, I mean, Brooke blocked him a couple of times, but there's other times he's just getting the hole. He get too many calls. I mean, I see Stewart shooting a 3 on him. I'm like, I knew they gonna win this game, but it's like you gotta put your nails to the chalkboard while we watch them. You're like, man, they're gonna probably win the game. It is. It's just like every time it seems like they're gonna not play very well. And like I said to myself, you probably gonna lose this game. Like all this stuff going on with the
People thought we would lose this game. I'm not going to even hold you. People thought we were going to lose this game back to back, and we don't make adjustments. And they clearly made an adjustment, making a concerned effort to at least try to get to the paint. The reason I think it was less of those paint points is because I think Sasser was taking that runner a little bit before technically being in the lane. You know what I'm saying? Because Brooke couldn't time it. Brooke he keeps dropping back too far. It's just like I don't want to just sit here and blame Brooke because it's not Brooke's fault, right? It's the defense that we're playing, or lack thereof of defense that we're playing, that's the issue.
I mean, I get mad at Brooke, but then he yammering on Stewart like he was doing. I'm like, okay.
And then he hit a big three. That's what I'm saying. The Bucks are a reckless team, but they'll make timely shots and timely defensive plays when they need to. The problem is when we start playing these teams that are well coached and a well-oiled machine like Philly is now. Even though we blew out Boston, clearly that's not the way they usually play. They're not going to brick like that all the time. So we have to bring it every night, and we have to be focused. But it's hard to be focused when you don't know what you're doing. That's just like getting a new job and nobody giving you no type of plan, no type of assimilation plan. You just start working and start asking people questions, just trying to figure it out on your own. It's gonna take you a lot longer to get acclimated, and that's what the Bucks are doing. That's why it's taking them so long. We don't have any guidance. It's like a school without no principal.
I know. It's like
it's a school with no principal.
Yeah. There's no structure, and it's like he go on the court, he play hustle. Like, yeah, you get the ball, I get the ball, you get the ball.
That's it. That's it. There's no defined roles on this team. So that's what I'm saying. Daniel is like It is what it is at this point. We just need to be happy when we get wins. Because I don't think Adrian Griffin has the IQ to make the adjustments as needed. I just don't think he has it.
Oh,
And we should not put that upon him. And why do I say that? He's shown us in 40 some games the person that he really is. And it's not much. It's not much.
oh my God! I'm thinking of you, Mr. Gibson. I keep saying like, where is our offensive coach? Where, where is
Where's any coach? Let's not just say offensive coach. Where's any coach?
he's supposed to be a defensive guru? Not one time you see he's gonna make an adjustment to stop. It's always something on offense, and I'm like, come on, man! Like you got it. You said you
Offense
want
is the least of our worries. We're gonna get buckets. We're gonna
it,
figure out a way to get buckets. You got Giannis, you got Dame, you got Middleton. We're gonna get buckets. But to win in the playoffs is won by defense.
it's gonna be tighter. You ain't gonna see those lanes anymore. You ain't gonna get those. The referees ain't gonna call the games like that anymore. They're gonna, it's gonna be.
It's about defense in the playoff. Let's take an example. We're gonna pivot to football here in a minute. But if we look at football, right, the Miami Dolphins, where a team is running up and down the field, scoring 70 points on people, blah blah blah. Everybody like, man, that offense. I don't know if anybody can stop them. But the problem, what they didn't think about is, can Miami's defense stop anybody? You get what I'm saying? So once they had to rely on their defense, it was over for them.
Yeah.
They're very similar to the Bucks. We're very offensive minded. If we can get out to a lead, we can run you out of the gym.
Or
But if you stay with us, we can lose the game. You get what I'm saying?
or an example of they had the cornerback jamming Tyreek Hill at the line. He only had one touchdown, but
Defensive adjustments. Correct.
out. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't run the ball. Couldn't. I mean, it was just they took him out the game. It was cold. They want the elements. They didn't want to be there.
And
And
let's talk about the Packers. Before I just want to do this. I'm very proud of the Packers.
I'm very
Straight
proud
up.
of him too.
I'm proud of the Packers.
We
We
play with house money.
lost, but we lost putting our on the table. You get what I'm saying? If you want to
Yeah,
go back and say, you shouldn't have did that 4th and 1, maybe. But if you playing with house money, you got to take them chances to win games. You have to take chances.
man, they
And
had
even
so
with
much.
that being said, that field goal kick was more crucial than anything else in this game. That missed field goal kick was the most crucial in that game. You can talk about that interception, but that was him forcing it late. You get what I'm
I got.
saying? The Packers
I,
played good enough to win this game. Now I know, and I've been telling people, Brock Purdy is tap water. He's not.
he's
He's nothing special. Brock
he's
Purdy ain't nothing special.
he's wiping his hands while he trying to throw the ball.
Brock Purdy ain't nothing special. Brock Purdy looked like a science teacher. He gonna get exposed sooner or later. We should have exposed him. They got lucky, and then the officiating was questionable too in that
But
game, because even that 4th and 1, that looked like that was a first down to me.
it was a face mask that didn't call
Face
too.
man, we weren't getting a lot of calls. I don't think that they wanted this young team to go do what they was gonna do, because I'm telling you, I didn't want to say nothing. I'm like, man, this after they beat when they beat the Cowboys, like, man, they running like how the Giants was running when they won that championship from the wild card. You feel me? You could see
I,
it, you could sense it. If the Packers would have won that game, we would have won the Super Bowl. I'm dead serious on that.
yeah,
Dead serious.
we had we beat the Lions because I just don't think the
Yeah,
Lions.
what was they about to do? Nothing. They struggle with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
Let's be serious. They struggle with Baker Mayfield. And I
it
know
hurt.
the 49ers thinking that Detroit is cupcakes, but Detroit might mess around and beat the Niners. I'm telling y'all, McCaffrey saved them. The couple of runs from McCaffrey saved them. And salute to Aaron Jones running through this vaunted San Francisco defense like that. Oh, you know what? Let's style for a minute. Let me tell you what the difference is between the Packers and the Bucks, right? Do y'all not see the impact of coaching with the Green Bay Packers? Shout out to you, Matt LaFleur. That was some real coaching you did this year. We got the youngest team in the NFL, and we ran through the Cowboys. We ran through Detroit. We ran through KC. By good play calling. The play designs that were called against the San Francisco 49ers, I will take away 1 point for that 4th and 1, was 99 out of 100. He couldn't have called a better game. He couldn't have called a better game. Matt LaFleur and Adrian Griffin are completely opposite in what they're doing. Griffin has all the talent and no coaching. The Packers have some talent, but they really have great coaching. Besides Joe Barry, I'm still not sold, but he finished the season well. I got to give him his credit. He's done enough to keep his job yet again. Again. You know what I'm saying? So let me tap on the other gentleman here real quick. Tap in Brandon. Tap in my boy Jeff. What's good? What's good, gentlemen? What's good? What up? What up?
Hey.
Hey. What up, Jeff? All right, Brandon, I'm going to have you kick it off. So tell me how you felt about today's game first with the Bucks, and then let's talk about the Packers. And the same thing for you, Jeff. Go ahead, Brandon.
Bucks, they won back-to-back. That's pretty good. But I think don't gotta be 180 we can go. But I think we gotta ride this thing out. It does a weird ball up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, I think I don't know. I think we're going to make a move, but I don't know if we're going to have to give up that much.
It's with the trade. What I've seen with the trade, they want.
Hey, let's get them likes up, Bucks Nation. There's 70 y'all in here, 34 likes. Let's get the likes up, Bucks Nation. I promise it ain't coming out of your 401k, Roth, or your Social Security. Just please get them likes up. Salute the Bucks Nation. And Packers Nation, my bad. Go ahead, then.
I was gonna say to you, Brandon. They said they wanted either 2 second-round picks. They wanted Andre Jackson, Mo, and probably Bobby Portis.
No, that's too much.
That's too much.
No,
it's too much.
No, that's too much.
On the Packers side, hey, we did pretty good. We held. They played with heart out there.
That they played with heart and they had an identity. Let's give the Packers their credit. Yes, they lost, and we all believe they should have won that game. But what we need to understand is this team is wild young right now. We're the youngest team in the NFL. We have a young quarterback. We need to get a replacement for A.J. Dillon, and we need to get some speed at linebacker. Devondre Campbell and Preston are way too slow. What'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, yeah. That I wouldn't mind Derrick Henry. I wouldn't mind that as a backup. You know what I'm saying? Change the pace. He would help us, and he definitely would get to the playoffs with us. Because the Packers are about to be a problem. We make a couple of little adjustments, and I'm going to tell you right now, Darnell Savage, he's tap water too. We need to find a replacement for him. He made some just bonehead plays in that 49ers game too. He was getting cooked.
Put John Nose in there too. But Small Ball's husband. I'm gonna keep calling him Small Ball's husband. Put him in there too, because he can't. He's tap water too. Can't. Don't call. You can't play defense, man.
Right.
He can't tackle. He was just. I mean, Chris got ran over him twice.
Yeah, that's facts.
But
hey,
I cannot wait next year. Just thinking about it, this team came with heart. You saw the 49ers after that game. They were just glad that game was over.
They're glad they won. Exactly.
They're glad that game. We're gonna beat them. Eventually, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna play them next year too in the regular season, but we're gonna get them in the playoffs.
No, I agree with you. Go ahead, Jeff. Give us your rundown. So first, today's game with the Bucks, and then let's talk about the Packers.
I got to say something first.
All right, go ahead.
You hit me.
With the dog.
Sorry,
you hit me with the heartstrings.
Hey, that was a random shot. That was a random shot. I had to let it go.
But today's game, I don't get it. Why are they always in a dogfight with the worst team in the league? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
I mean, Amara had the rant for a reason. Like it just every game, it seemed like these teams that you thought that we gonna run over, it's always a dogfight, and it's like that
And they
down to the
almost lost this game.
They almost lost this game. It again. Somebody said it took heroics from Giannis, Middleton, and all our good players down to beat a Detroit Pistons team without Cade Cunningham, who was far and above their best player. We made Stewart look like he was valuable today.
And Sasser, he's a rookie.
Nobody's
Sasser's
a rookie against the Bucks. Everybody look good. If you got an NBA uniform and you play guard, you go get your money against the Bucks.
At this point, you probably put Stephen A. Smith in there. He'll probably get like 10 points on this.
That's all I'm saying. Right. That's it.
But I can see they put Beauchamp in the place where white man can't jump should be, sitting on the bench next to Robin.
Hold on now. We gotta give Griffin his credit there. PC only played 9 minutes, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, he played 9 minutes where Andre Jackson Jr. played 20. So that's a positive. Maybe that's a step in the right direction. I don't like how the refs are doing Andre Jackson Jr. I feel like if he is even standing next to anybody, they're gonna call a foul. I don't like the touch fouls that they're getting. They're not allowing Andre Jackson Jr. to play defense, and I think it's with malicious intent.
What I'm saying is Marjan should be playing instead of white man can't jump.
Yeah, I agree. Period. Yeah, jump. I'm with you on that.
White man can't jump should be sitting next to Robin.
He should.
But at least this game, his minutes got down to 9 instead of 20, 30.
He only like shot.
Yes. Like, hey, salute. Embiid had 70 tonight. Salute to dude.
He had what?
70 is what he said. John Jackson.
Good Lord.
Right.
Man. But on the Packers, my homeboys, I did not expect any of this. I thought they wouldn't win 4 games.
Right.
But I was listening to Greeny this morning, and they were talking about the receiving core.
Oh yeah, the receiving core is reckless. Yeah.
And they got the best receiving core in the league.
And you know what, with the Packers, let me tell you what makes them dangerous. We don't have a guy at the receiver position. Sometimes it's Dobbs, sometimes it's Watson, and you can't create a defense to take away something when there's nothing to take away. You get what I'm saying? We're like a chameleon. You try to take away Watson, that's cool. Then we'll just keep hitting you with Dobbs. We'll hit you with Jalen Reed. We'll hit you with Wicks. It's probably a couple people I'm forgetting. If I did my bad, it's so many of y'all. And they all the same. It's like each one of them was cloned. They damn near all the same and interchangeable. That's what makes us so explosive on offense. Because then you'll say, oh, they got the receivers, and then you forget about Kraft and Musgrave. Kraft and Musgrave.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell y'all this, Packer Nation. Hey, Packers fans, I'm going to tell y'all this.
They still got the tight ends.
Them tight ends, Musgrave and Kraft, they're going to be the reason we win another Super Bowl. I'm telling y'all that right now. Because that's something you can't account for. 2 cold tight ends.
Don't forget about Josiah DeGara.
Yeah, true. Yep, true. And we don't need Bakhtiari no more, too. I'm cool on Bakhtiari. We should trade him if we can for something. I'm cool on Bakhtiari, too.
He's done. He's washed.
I'm cool on that.
They were saying that if he comes back, he should be happy to stay with the Packers on a bonus-based contract.
That's because there's no way you can pay him that much right now.
Right, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, I want to say this too.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's not knitting, we fumbled, but we got it back.
Yeah, that one.
He's not knitting to ran all the way through to the touchdown.
He got some speed. I'm gonna give him that. He got some real speed. I'm gonna give him that.
Hey, Aaron Jones, he did his thing. Over 100.
Hold on one
But
sec. Hey,
here's
this was wild. Hey, Chris B, he said the Milwaukee Bucks. Come on, bro. The Milwaukee Bucks. Come on, bro. Come on. Hey, Marjan Carl Anthony Towns at 70 tonight, too. This is what I'm saying. This new
what?
NBA, everybody getting buckets. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Okay,
Two people the same night? Is that real?
time for
Can
Giannis
somebody
to crack
please
70.
confirm? Go ahead, Jeff.
It's time for Giannis to crack 70.
It is.
But here's my
What up,
Super Bowl
Pam?
prediction for next year.
Okay.
I'm predicting the Packers and my Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
That's not a bad prediction. But the only way that happens for Miami, they got to have home field. If they got to play anywhere cold, they didn't even look like they wanted to be in KC. They couldn't wait for that game to be over.
And they gotta shore up the defense.
Yep.
Like the Bucks gotta shore up that defense.
Yep. But the thing is with the Bucks, the thing with the Bucks, we don't got nobody. That I think people really fail to understand is the Bucks don't have anybody to help them. You get what I'm saying? If the players themselves don't figure out what they need to do, the coaching staff cannot help this team. We got to be real here. And we got to just put it on the table. I know people say so-and-so isn't playing well. So-and-so is doing this. But maybe all these players aren't performing where they should, at the level they should be, is because there's no system to take advantage of what these players do.
Exactly.
That's why we gotta stop going. I'm guilty of doing this myself. Going in on players not having a good game, going in on Dame today for not having a good game. But
it's the
yeah, he shot bad. But the thing is, are these players being used in their best possible capacity? Like, why do I say that? If you look at the Packers, I'm gonna keep using them as an example. The Packers got all these young guys, and they're getting the max. They're getting the max out of them. Matt LaFleur is getting the max out of those guys on offense. He's getting max production out of Jordan Love. They're saying Jordan Love is next up. That's with coaching. Mm-hmm. The reason our wide receiving core looks good because of coaching. They're calling the right plays to get these dudes open to let them display their talent.
And another point,
you know what the Packers look like in the NBA?
Who?
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, they OKC. I was just about to say that. Yep, OKC. Yep, no lies detected. OKC. The Packers are OKC. Real talk. Yep. No, you're right. No, that's fair. The Packers would be considered an OKC. I agree with that. Where people like, damn, they coming. I thought they was about to be done. I thought these dudes gonna need more time, but they already here. So the reason I'm just bringing this up and keep going, and I apologize, chat, going back and forth between the Packers and Bucks, and the reason is because there's so many parallels to draw where you can see the difference between great coaching and mid coaching. Even if I don't even know if we can call his coaching mid. I don't even know if we can call it mid.
No. The Bucks don't have any kind of coaching. They have no coaching.
Right.
Here's my analogy of the Bucks. I got next up. I got my 5. We got next game. That's my analogy of the Bucks. That's how they play.
Yeah.
That's how they play.
I'm just trying to be positive. We just need to be happy we won, man. Like with the Bucks. I'm just at that point now. We've been complaining.
I'm not happy with how they. I'm glad they won, but I'm not happy how they won.
But the thing is, insanity is thinking that you're gonna do something the same way and expect a different result. We're, as Bucks fans, are being insane by thinking that they're gonna play different the next game than they played the game before that. This team is who they are right now. With this current coach,
it's all because of the coaching.
And this current staff, this team will not look any better than what they are right now. They will not look any better unless Coach Griffin gets an aha moment or the light bulb finally goes on. This team is gonna be like this, y'all, and we need to accept that. We gotta take the up and down games of Beasley, of Dame. We gotta take all that because that's what happens when you don't have a system. It's chaos.
If nothing changed, there won't be no championship. Because defense wins championships.
And they try to trade for Murray. I'm like Emma just said, and I've been looking at it. There's really no way to do this trade, and you just lose all your access. They really have nothing. Like they have nothing to trade with this. I mean, probably get somebody cheaper, maybe use those picks, but I mean they're stuck.
I saw that.
They
I saw that
can't.
they're offering uh, the 2 second-round picks swaps, Beauchamp, Portis, and White Man Can't Jump.
That's a lot. That's they would have to give us back the DeAndre Hunter.
Gotta do something better.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad at
you would
that
have to.
if they
It
do.
can't just be him, and you just liquidating all of these assets. I'm not with that. You're gonna have to give us another big man back. Y'all gonna have to figure that out. Otherwise, I'm not doing that trade.
I have a trade option that I would love to do. White Man Can't Jump, and Adrian Griffin, he can go and coach his son for Murray.
Oh, I feel you on that.
Hey,
Oh, but y'all,
But
let
I
me get
saw
to this
something
comment section a little bit.
real
Y'all
quick,
tap
real
back
quick,
in. There's so many
real
people
quick,
saying so much I need to get to, y'all. Appreciate y'all
real
tapping
quick.
in. Go ahead,
Let
Jeff.
me say something real quick.
Yep.
I saw something last night. They were analyzing Brooks' game defensively. They said Brook didn't lose a step. Everybody's coming at him so fast, he's not able to make the switch from one to another. That's why they're getting in easy on him. He got to
Okay.
try to guard 2 or 3 at the same time because the deep perimeter defense is not stopping nobody.
That's a fair point. I know Eliza be saying that too. That's a fair point. I just think he's giving up too much ground on them floaters. I would wish he would just step up further to provide a little bit more resistance. But I agree with you
Yeah, but
saying. But I just want him to
he
step up
can't
a bit
hold
more,
2 or
provide some
3 people at
resistance.
one time. He can't hold 2 or 3 people at the same time because if he gets one, they're gonna pass off to the next person, easy layup.
Yep. Facts. All right, y'all. I'm gonna tap back in a minute. Let me get through some of these comments. There's a lot of energy in the chat, y'all. All right, y'all. Salute.
All right.
Bleach Report boss Daniel Jeff out of the OC. What's good? And I see my boy Brandon. All right, y'all. King Key said Embiid. Yeah, he was hooping today. Okay, what up, Humilidon? Shout out to Puerto Rico. He said Cat had 53 and left in the fourth quarter. Okay, damn. Elijah said Andre is very impressive. Yeah, and he earned them 20 minutes. The refs gotta cut my man a little slack. The refs gotta cut Andre Jackson Jr. some slack. Like, it's getting out of control with the fouls they calling with Andre Jackson Jr. It's reaching fiasco status. What up, HP Truck Lines? Ivy was 5 or 15. Who cares? He got 17 being so inefficient. Fair point. King Case, what's good, Case? Sasser was cooking us. Yeah, on that floater, he was giving us work. Definitely giving us work. Hoistry E said it, and y'all trying to keep Bobby. It's not keeping Bobby or not keeping Bobby. It's like, you can't trade Bobby without getting another big man. We don't have a backup big man. We sold our soul to Brook for him to re-sign, and in order to do that, we had to bring on Robin Lopez, who can't play in today's NBA. So we trade Bobby, we don't have another big. Literally, we don't have another big on the roster that can play in an NBA game. That's the problem of trading Bobby. If we had even somewhat of a sufficient backup, adequate, I would consider it. But unless we have another backup big that can actually play in an NBA game, we can't trade Bobby. We got to keep it real, Hoy Street E. It said, hook my man. Amara was so pro. Come on, fam. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. My boy Jeff said, yo, Bucks Nation. That's exactly what I was saying about Bobby. We be too small. Eliza says, so Joel scored 70 against a trash team that we barely beat, by the way. 70, 18, and 5 and 37 minutes on 58%. That's efficient. Dark Kent was good. The young pack wasn't expected to win. They had the 49ers. Right. Yeah, I'm proud of them too. That's what I'm saying for the Packers. I'm proud of the Packers. The sky's the limit for the Packers. You see, you got one good coach in LaFleur. Joe Barry will always be suspect. We just need to improve a couple things. We need to get faster at linebacker. We need to get more of a pass rush. And I would love to get rid of Darnell Savage. I would love to get rid of Darnell Savage. What up, Patricia? Salute to Patricia and the rest of the queens in the chat. Salute, salute. Saul Cali said Dane for Cat. That's Saul Cali, you know you my mans. None of these trades matter because the coach is going to mess it all up, bro. Why trade for anybody? The coach ain't going to use them, right? It's going to be all messed up, bro. Not with this coach. We shouldn't trade for no big time trades with this coach. John Jackson, what up? He said the Sixers or Boston don't play around when they play against trash teams like we do. Different coach, different mentality. King Key said, I don't think we'll ever hold the mid-range MFs. Go start floating us to death. Yeah, they're going to start. That's what they've been doing is hitting floaters. So that's what Sasser was doing, killing us with the floater. What up, Gibson? Shout out to the Bahamas. Peace to Bucks Nation. It's time for Adrian Griffin to step down as the head coach of this team. It's hurtful watching this team. Wow. He's not going to step down. He's not going to step down, and I don't think he'll be fired this season, keeping it real. Mr. 414 was good. He said facts at Dark Kent. Dark Kent always be kicking some knowledge. HP's truck lines was good. Who cares that the Bucks barely beat the Spurs and a win is a win? When the Bucks played Philly, Philly took that L. That's a fact. Salute. Patricia P said, in our current state, this team is not getting out the first round. I think we can get out the first round, but anything after that, depending on matchups, will be suspect due to our lack of defense. I agree. What up, Deron Brazil? DeMarcus Cousins is banned from the NBA, unfortunately. But yes, he would be a huge help right now. DeMarcus Cousins would be a huge help, but he's banned. AJ, what's good? We need a good coach. We won't get one to the offseason, I don't think. It's halfway through the season. If they haven't canned him now, they're not going to can him. Tony Jackson, what's good? We don't need Bobby when we have Crowder. But Crowder is too small. We need someone that's going to be able to back up Brook or Giannis. If Giannis gets into foul trouble, Brook gets into foul trouble, who's our next big man? It can't be Crowder. He's too little. Though I like Crowder's defense. Dark Kent said Bucks need to trade Griff for Terry Stotts. Terry Stotts a free agent. We just need to fire Griff. But like I said, I just don't know if it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to happen during the season now. I thought it would have by now, but it doesn't look like it. What up, Joseph? No names always ball against us, Kiki. Yeah, they do. Joseph was good. He said this team is unorganized. Very. Emerson says Saul Dane for Cat. Kind of like that for the Wolves. Well, though y'all got to worry about no trade like that during the season. I don't see it happen. John Jackson said Mr. Cool putting the curse on the team. Don't put that on my man's Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool was good. Salute to Mr. Cool. Tap in if you get a chance, Mr. Cool. What up, Stacy? Salute to Stacy. Another one of the queens in the chat. Salute, salute. I don't know, but Sasser always killing because he can get that floater off. That's what the problem is that floater. Two Red Violin was good. Apparently, Giannis was the one that orchestrating a play for the team at one time. This is so sad. What is John Horst doing to be allowing this show? They need to get rid of the entire coaching staff. I'm with you. I want the whole coaching staff gone. Strength and conditioning coach. If your name is coach, you should be off this roster. Real talk. My boy Kenny Mack in the house. What up, Kenny Mack? Hit that like button. Please, Buck Nation, let's hit that like button. Packers Nation, this allows other people to find the content and allow this community that we're building to grow. Just hit the like button, y'all. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. I promise you not selling your soul or anything is coming out of your paycheck. I promise. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Salute. Appreciate you. RJ back. What up? Shout out to the UK. My boy RJ back tapping in. Hi, Bucks Nation. Glad we got a win. That's it. Let's just be happy about the win. Mr. Cool said we won't win 210. This is the NBA. Good players on all rosters. I agree. That's why I'm saying that let's keep it positive and just be happy we got a win. We know that there's never going to be any adjustments made on this team. We know we are what we are. Let's just be real, Bucks Nation. We are what we are. We don't have a Matt LaFleur that can design and scheme. We don't have that. So we just have to accept that either our players like Giannis, Dame, Chris, and Lopez just have outstanding games and they just take over, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. That's just what it is. Sal Kiley said Chris is the problem. It's not Chris is the problem. Chris needs to know what he should and shouldn't do. That's the problem. Chris had a good shooting night tonight, but him bringing the ball up, initiating the offense, he shouldn't be doing that. I keep telling y'all every live, Chris needs to be used the same way that Golden State uses Klay Thompson. You never see Klay Thompson initiating the offense. You never see Klay Thompson over dribbling. You see him catch, shoot, maybe a couple dribbles to get into a shot, and then he moves the ball. That's what I want to see from Middleton because Middleton's dribbling is below average. He's always going to bounce the ball off his foot or lose the ball or something like that. So we got to protect Chris from himself. And the only way to do that is to give him rules. There's no rules for anybody on this team. It's chaos. I don't know if y'all ever watched the show The Wire. If you watched The Wire, you remember when they had Amsterdam, where it was this open air, do whatever you want in this little area. That's what the Bucks are. Just do what you want. Just get the win. That's all that matters if they win. They don't care how they win. No structure. It don't matter because we still getting wins. But structure, the lack of structure will hurt you in the postseason. It definitely will hurt you in the postseason. So, like I said, you guys, the only thing that we can hope about for the Bucks is that Griffin figures it out at some point, or maybe one of the assistant coaches are bold enough to go talk to him like, man, are you not watching SportsCenter, bro? Are you not watching ESPN? Are you not checking your Twitter? People want you out of here, fam. You need to start doing something. And nothing has changed with Griffin. He's been the same guy from game 1 to what is this, game 42, 43? Same guy. He's the same guy. Nothing has changed. He hasn't evolved even a little bit. Even a little bit. The best thing I've seen him do so far is in this game, letting Pat only play 9 minutes and letting Andre Jackson Jr. play 20 minutes. That's the smartest thing he's done all year. Real talk. The other smartest thing was whatever he said in that interview and how he lied, that man should write a book. That's what maybe you should do. When you get fired from this job, Griffin, you should write a book on interviewing. Because clearly you know how to sell yourself. Regardless if you could do what you say or not, you make it believable. So salute to you for being able to lie in an interview like that. Emerson said if we don't move K Mid, we should not get Murray. And I prefer K Mid over Murray. I don't know about that. Mr. Cool was good. It's not that we can't score. It's the bad shots we take that hurts us. It creates easy transition points for opposition. So we need to take more quality shots since we are weak defensively. But Mr. Cool, you asking them to do something that's not within any type of framework. There's no framework. How do they know it's a bad shot? Who's telling them it's a bad shot? That would be all. What you're saying is great if there was a coach to facilitate this. We don't have a coach to facilitate what we should be doing. That's why it's a free-for-all. The inmates are running the asylum. The players are running that team, not the coaches. The coaches are only collecting a check. You take that how you want to take it. They're just collecting a check. I keep telling y'all, Griffin is just happy to be there. He ain't never been to prom, and he finally got to go to prom his senior year. He just happy to be there. This is senior prom. Didn't nobody like him? Freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, somebody showed him some pity and asked him in senior year so he could go to prom. Now he just happy to be there, just smiling and cheesing, not even talking, just smiling and cheesing. When you look at him, there's no passion in Griffin's eyes. When you watch, now I'm a pivot to the Packers. When you watch the Packers and you watch Matt LaFleur, that man is very active on the sideline. He's extremely active and engaging. Completely opposites. And look how much Matt LaFleur got out of a young team that no one knew what to expect. He got them to the second round of the playoffs with the youngest team in the NFL. That means these players were developed throughout the year. Look at how Jordan Love played in the first half of the season to the second half of the season. Coaching. They coached him up. The receivers, everybody was coached up. They are way better in the second half of the season than the first. The Bucks, the same way we are in game one, is the same way we're playing now because we're not being coached up. Not all of this should go on the players, y'all. I'm not saying players not having bad games or have an off game, but a majority of the problems that the Bucks have, you can just spin the block and it's the coach. So until we have a coaching change, we can't really go in on the players. Because in their defense, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They really don't know what they're supposed to be doing. Obviously, you can see with the Packers, everybody has a job, has a role. What up, Cynthia? Thank you, ma'am. Y'all see Cynthia, OG Queen in the chat. Bucks Nation, get them likes up. Let's go, Bucks Nation. 80 of y'all in here. Just hit the like button. Appreciate it, y'all. It just helps your boy in the algorithm. And for more Bucks fans and Packers fans to find this content, because this is an elite channel and this is an elite chat. Please pay attention. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Patricia P says Carlson has to go. He's a rookie though, Patricia. You got to give him a little time. You remember the Crosby had a couple year or two where he was struggling. We stuck with it. He got it together. You don't want to break his confidence that early. We got to get Carlson a little time. We got to give him a little time. Kenny Mack said Packers defense kind of gave up. Plus they can't stop the run. We've never been able to stop the run really under the regime of Joe Barry. We've never been able to stop the run. That just is what it is. Hold on a second. I don't know if this is old or not. Pam, what up, Pam? Another queen in the chat. Cat has 58 and fourth quarter hasn't started. Okay, that's why they say 1%. Appreciate the numbers there, Pam. Eliza said, Pam, she hopes he scored 71. Right. I know why you said that. You want him to have more than B. Salute to Eliza. Kenny Mack said Ravens winning it all. They look, man, the Ravens look for real. And that run game, and listen, and that defense, they get pressure with their front four. They're collapsing the pocket. That's what makes the Ravens hard to deal with. That's why they got the 49ers out of there, because Brock Purdy is tap water. It's easy to be a quarterback when you have the perfect pocket and time to pass. You know who the great ones are when they can pass under pressure. Brock Purdy can't pass under no pressure. I promise y'all he tap water. Chessbox 09 was good. The positivity didn't last long. It's still positive. I'm just saying we got to be real for what it is. Robert Brooks was good. We just don't have the stoppers, athleticism, and speed. Every team in the league knows to play with up tempo and speed against us. Trades are needed. Valid. Let me get the super chat. Salute, my man. Let's talk about it with Mike O. Salute, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. You done had nothing to say, Mike? If y'all haven't already, subscribe to my man channel. Got a lot of good boxing content as well. Salute to you, Mike O. Appreciate it, bro. Green Magic was good. Green Magic, appreciate the $2.99 super chat. Shout out to Pat's High Glass Finesse. Oh, hilarious. Salute. I see you, Janet MOC. I see you, Pronte. I see y'all. I'm going to get to y'all comments in a minute. I'm going to put the link back in the chat, too. Let me put that back in there. All right. Link to join is back in the live, too, y'all. And let me get back up here. I see you, Marvin. Let me just get back up here. Man, y'all going off. Oh, the Bobby talk is entertaining. The Bobby talk is entertaining. Let me get back up here. Let me get to my boy. Tony Jackson, have you noticed when Giannis is passing more, they have a better game? Yeah, when they're just moving the ball, period. Agreed. Pronte said Packers need a stud on the D line. Let's not say on the D, because Jair Alexander is the real deal. But we don't really, I mean, Rashawn Gary is cool, but we don't have no elite pass rusher. We need like what a TJ Watt is or a JJ Watt. We need, or Bosa. When you have Bosa, it makes your whole defense better because he's able to collapse the pocket by himself or draw enough attention to collapse the pocket. We don't have that on our defense, and that would make a difference. So I agree with what you're saying, Pronte. HP Truck Lines was good. The Dolphins won't be in the Super Bowl. Stop it. Oh. Kenny Mack said the Dolphins got to stay healthy. No, they would need home field advantage. Teron, what up? Salute to, hey, my man just tapped in as soon as I saw you. What up, Gibson? Let me tap you in, man. I know Gibson about to go off. Before you go off, Gibson. Come on, Gibson. Come on. No, Gibson. No, bro. No, Gibson. No, bro. No, fam. No, you gotta give it. You gotta do it, Gibson. You gotta do it.
Oh boy, peace and love, peace
Thank
and
you,
love,
sir.
peace
Thank
and love, the Bucks Nation. Woo, man. Amber. How everybody doing in the chat? Peace, salute. Ah, let me let Brandon go first, let me let Daniel go first, because I got so much on this topic. I might take up the whole live. So
Oh, go ahead, Dale.
let Daniel
All
take the
right.
floor. Let Daniel take the floor.
Really, I don't see this team needing more defense. Maybe a linebacker, but offensive line is the key. I got to probably think about back with Aaron Jones, probably play a couple more years. But I really want them to go after Derrick Henry. They need, if they can get Derrick Henry with the offense, just keep the offense where it is. I'm telling you, they don't have to have Jones going.
Facts, Patricia.
They don't have to have Jones going back and forth because he's tired. Like he was doing those runs, he was tired. So they need a two running back system and have like Derrick Henry probably going for the goal line carries, but you get more. I mean, you get more of passing the football better if you have a running back that can help. Well, help Aaron Jones and the offense with the receivers. They don't need another receiver. Don't do that. You don't need none of that. I mean, they can just tweak this. Here's this and there. Like get another offensive lineman or something like that. They'll be nice next year. I cannot wait. So I guess go ahead. Man, I know you won't go off.
Oh, hold on 1 second, Gibson. I just want to address this. What up, Dark Ken said, what's wrong with Jones? There's nothing wrong with Jones. You got to have a backup though. And wouldn't it be nice to have somebody like Derrick Henry's on the other side of his career, but still has something left in the tank that could be short yardage or just to be able to spell Aaron Jones, because Dylan isn't it. Dylan isn't it. I think even Derrick Henry at this stage in his career is better than AJ Dillon.
And that's the sad part.
That's the sad part. Yeah, exactly. But now, without further ado, my main man in the Bahamas,
Peace
Gibson
and love.
Nicholas.
Peace
Go
and love.
ahead, bro.
Peace and love. Salute, salute. Just before I explode, Daniel,
take it slow, my man. Take it slow, Gibson. Go ahead.
Daniel, I was looking at in the chat. I heard they say that the Bucks is trading for Murray. I don't know how true it is because you're the Bleacher Report boss, so I need to find out from you if you heard anything on that.
Well, like I said earlier in the chat, earlier they said that they wanted Beauchamp, Jackson, and Bobby Porter's baby, and then they talk about they wanted the 2 swaps for the second round picks. It's just a lot.
It's too much collateral. It's too much collateral.
It's a lot.
Too much. No, I think that's definitely too much.
It's too much for Murray. I mean, they'll be small. They have nobody to cover.
We don't have a backup. Y'all got, so we get rid of Bobby. Who's backing up Brooke and Giannis?
We gotta get somebody back. Like
okay,
Joe.
We got Pronte in here. We got Pronte.
Oh,
let me let you cook real quick. I got you, Pronte. Go ahead, Gibson.
Go ahead, cook.
Now, my shout out to Pronte. Now, my problem is that I have with this game. I was so upset Saturday when I watched this game.
Facts,
I'm like,
HP.
slap my head. I wanted to find out books to learn how to coach so I could send one to Griffin, because this man is the ridiculous and the most embarrassing coach the Bucks ever hired in Bucks history. Because you can't be that silly not to know how to coach. You're 41 games, then end of the season, and you're still making stupid decisions with the lineup. Come on, man. I had enough of this. I done had enough. Like what Jeff said, I need him to step down tonight, not tomorrow, tonight, to hand John Horst his resignation to say, John Horst, I tried, but I failed. I let the Bucks organization down.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second, Gibson. I want to address HP Truckline said Boston was in a dogfight with the Pistons as well. I agree. The Pistons might be losing, but they've been competitive in games. They was competitive against Minnesota. They're usually very competitive against the higher echelon teams. So I do want to put that out there. Detroit just don't be getting washed out. We can look at their recent play. They've at least been holding their own. So we won, but let's not act like everybody's just been steamrolling Detroit recently. They've been playing better.
It just got done early last week, so I'm gonna put it out there. But
right,
still, now I go look at trying to lose to the Pistons.
Right, yeah, right.
So Amber, we let him. He don't know how to coach. He let the city down. He makes stupid plays. He don't put Marjan in the game. Chris Livingston don't come in the game. Free AJ Green for the love of the game. Free that man. Stop doing the man on the bench. Gee, man.
Can we get some likes for Gibson? Gibson is in his bag, Bucks Nation. Can we get some likes for Gibson? This man can't. He's distraught. Go ahead, Gibson.
I don't know. We let the Ricky of Detroit just rush, cost scoring, no adjustment, no body putting a body on the man. We ain't rebounding. What he's doing out there? Would somebody please, Amber, Pronte, Daniel, explain to me what is Griffin is doing out there? He's jacking this team right up. Somebody tell me, give me some answers. Man, this is embarrassing.
Let me let this man settle down. Pronte, tap in. We gotta walk Gibson back. Go ahead, Pronte. We gotta give you time to walk back.
You right. Everything you said was right about Adrian Griffin. There's no defending him. Like, it's like, do you really want to make a trade when he the coach? He gonna mess everything up.
He gonna mess everything up.
We don't even know if he can. Like, but we know we can trade. But what he gonna do with it?
Man,
They're gonna look
this is brutal.
worse. They might look worse. Every player that's gonna come is gonna look worse. That's what. But I think Bobby or Griffin got to go
Yeah,
because their styles do not mix. So
Mm.
you know Bobby and Griffin don't their styles don't mix together. His
It
game
looked
doesn't
like
work.
that. This is the worst I've seen Bobby look
So
since
I
he
man.
feel
became
like
a Buck. Let's be real.
you got to trade Bobby. You got to trade Bobby. If you're gonna keep Griffin, you have to trade Bobby because they're not gonna work together. Bobby doesn't play good enough defense. His defense is pretty bad. Like so, if you said no to Murray, but Murray is an elite defensive guard when he try.
Yeah,
Like I
I,
true.
seen him lock up something. Yeah, I seen him lock up real tough, real tough. And we talking about how we're getting all that pressure. But with Murray, that pressure gonna dim down a little bit.
I agree with that. It's just
That's
giving
gonna
up
dim down
Bobby
a
leaves
little
us
bit.
exposed. We wouldn't have no size. We
I
would
mean,
have
but
no
he's six
size.
five.
That'd be
He's
the
six
problem.
five. He's younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's size off the bench. You can get size off the bench in the buyout. So you can get size off the bench. Baby, Bobby's not a starter. Bobby's a backup player. You know, now you got three facilitators. Now we ain't got to worry about Chris Middleton handling the ball as much. Dame can get more rest. You know, because we got another point guard. Essentially, we got three solid ball handlers, and then we got a guard that can lock up, play off the ball, play on the ball. We got that's like a baby mini Drew Holiday with more
Mm-hmm.
size, more speed. You know, it will help the Bucks out tremendously. Now,
HP
I don't
truck
think
lines, bro. We not being negative, bro. We're just saying that this coach is holding back this team, and I think that that's evident.
he
The
is
coach
holding
is
back the
holding
team.
back this team.
He's
That's all we
definitely not.
saying.
He's
Like,
definitely
and
not
I
on the
ask you
floor.
this, HP truck line. Have you seen any improvement from game 1 to what is this game 43 from Griffin? That's what we're upset about. That's what the entire Bucks Nation is upset about. Is there been no change? Like I'm gonna throw the Packers in there. When you saw the Packers through the first half of the season and the second half, it was a complete 360.
And
yes.
another reason why I say, you're right. That's the difference between Griffin and LaFleur. You know Griffin is not gonna make none of these players better by the end of the season. You just know it. So you
Bro,
just know it.
that's it.
That's just obvious that he doesn't have that type of talent. LaFleur knows his system. He knows his plays. He knows how to counter
Get the
people
most out of
moves.
what he got.
He knows how to put people in position to succeed. This coach don't do that. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He got two elite players and don't really know how to use them. So they
Right.
up there drawing up plays for themselves. That's how
Right.
bad it is.
It's almost like when you
Like,
remember
what
when
are
you
you
was
talking
little
about? Like,
and you
I
was
need to
playing
sit
football,
here.
you had your hand like you staying here, then you go do this and do that, and then I'm gonna
Like,
come
come
back
on, man.
around, then I'm gonna throw you the ball. That's all they doing on the court.
Yeah, so it's bad. Like it's bad. So I feel like if you got to get another dog on defense for the Bucks because they don't need the offense from Bobby. Bobby don't perform in the playoffs anyway. So
Oh,
you
That's
know
a,
what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, he get locked up in the playoffs. Bobby gets locked up in the playoffs. Everybody know it. Them shots don't fall in the playoffs. So you rather have somebody that can lock down and rely on Dame and Giannis and Middleton and Brook on offense in the playoffs because your rotation goes short anyway. So it don't really matter. You need the defense. You need somebody that's going to be out there slowing down a Jaylen Brown. At least one of them.
right.
Slowing down a Jalen Brunson. You're going to need somebody out there slowing them down. They ain't not going to do it. Malik Beasley can be on the bench. He going to give you that extra firepower off the bench. You got Jay Crowder off the bench. You got still Beauchamp probably off the bench. So you're going to have a decent bench still. But when the playoff
Mm-hmm.
comes, your rotation like 8 man anyway. So it's not like
Yep,
you're gonna
agreed.
need 10 people deep anyway. So and Bobby don't perform in the playoffs. And he don't give you defense anyway. All we need is a little bit of defense so we can stretch leads. So we can go in a period where we get stopped so we can stretch leads. Slow a couple guards down so Sasser ain't eating us. Who is Sasser?
Right. I
Who
never
is
even
Sasser?
heard of this dude
Why
before,
is
but
he
he
eating
always
us
get his
up like
money
this?
against us.
Like who is Sasser? Like, but he eating us up for no. He doing whatever he want. You know,
I got something to say. So I got in an argument with my man's at the barbershop this past weekend about Adrian Griffin, right?
mhm.
He's very
Yeah.
unique. My man's he's very unique. He look at things way differently than most humans and shit, right? So we was talking and he was like, he think Adrian Griffin deserve a full year. And he also said, no, let me tell you what he said, right? So shout out to my man E. I'm gonna have you tap in one of these times because you're a different dude. But he said that he blames the players for not buying in to Adrian Griffin's system. He said that if the players would be quiet and just do what he's asking them to do, that they would have better results. So he's saying that the team, the players, let me just get this off because I want y'all to respond. He said that if the team would stick to what he's telling them to do, if they would stick to that and stop complaining, that we would see a better result from this team. It is their fault for not buying into his system is why our defense is so bad. He said with any team, he's like with Spoelstra, they had to buy into his system. With Popovich, the players had to buy into the system. If the players do not buy into the system, this is the results that you get. So first, Prate, you look the most distraught. I'm gonna go with you, then Dale, and then Gibson. Go ahead, Prate.
Go.
What lineup have we seen on the Bucks? Young, old, medium, that's bought into the system. What lineup has he put in full of young players been playing the system? They still look like dog water on defense. So whatever. What are you talking about? Like what players is he talking about? Like he put in a lineup with Middleton, this other scrub, this other dude,
this other scrub,
and nobody. And we got Pat Connaughton bringing the ball up the court. Who buying into that? Who buying into Pat Connaughton being a lead point guard on the team? Like what are we? Come on now. We opened the fourth quarter up with Middleton and a whole bunch of slow players, and for like 5 minutes straight, and hope to survive. That's crazy. That's the craziest lineup I've ever seen all time. Go ahead, Gibson, because I don't get it. I don't get that lineup. That lineup, I was like, oh, here we go. We finna give up a 10-point lead with this lineup. We finna get down 20. Go ahead, Gibson. I'm not buying that.
Go ahead, Gibson. Then you, Dale. Go ahead, Gibson.
Remember Daniel and Brandy, man. It's just like watching. It's like watching the Bucks game. Amber, Daniel, and Prante. It is frustrating to me now. It's hurtful how we let teams just walk up and score. Scrubs.
That's the system. It's the system. My bad.
Scrubs on the team getting career points the other night. Alex Burke had 33 points against the Bucks. I say, come on, for the love of the game. Come on, Griffin. What are you doing? Well, let's cut the subject short. I don't even want to hear about him anymore. I just want to find out breaking news. They need to get rid of him.
He said he just want to find out about him on breaking news.
I can be real. Prante and Daniel, I just want to be real. When I look at other teams who we always used to beat, they are succeeding. Look at the 76ers are playing under Nick. Look at Sixers are playing under Nick Nurse. Wonderful basketball because Nick Nurse are the coach. Adrian is an idiot, man. An idiot coach. How you could put Pat and Beasley and them on the floor at the same time? Come on, man. Common sense could tell you that. Dying coaching. You're supposed to put other players with size.
Pat Connaughton is your point guard for 5 minutes. You looking like what? Who he crossing? Man, come on, man. Like, come on. Just stop.
I had enough of this idiot. I had enough of this idiot. I had enough. Enough is enough. Sports have to do something because I cannot take it anymore. I can't. It ain't excite me no more watching the Bucks game with this idiot coaching this team. It just is a disappointment to me. I can't take it anymore.
That's true, Eliza. I would take him for some like nothing heavy though. No real good players though for Finney Smith.
I haven't seen him produce enough.
Yeah, but I for defense, yeah, but I wouldn't want to give up a lot to get him though, Eliza. But he is a defensive wing.
Now let me say this.
Go ahead, Danny.
When Griffin put his system in and it wasn't working, who asked what? It was actually the coach that said, "What do you want to do? We want me to do." Where's respect now? Like, where's the argument? He asked the players what I should do. There's no way. Like, I want respect, and you ask the players what I need to do. No, you should be telling the players what you want them to do. But no, you like, you opened up the Pandora's box doing that. You opened Pandora's box. that.
Oh,
And he okay, run my system the way I want, but Brook can't run. I mean, he can't stand up and block. He can't
So
run with the.
let's on the positive side then. So let's make this a little bit more positive.
Yeah.
Even with inept coaching or no coaching, let's just say we don't have a coach, that this team is still in the second place in the East with no coaching.
Yeah.
We have no coaching, no identity, and we're still second.
I
If
think
there's
Amara,
even a glimmer of a chance for him to coach, even at a mid-level, this team would be completely different. He has time because we're not going to fire him. So you got the back half of this season, Griffin, to show us something. Otherwise, you can get fired in the offseason. Either way, he's gone. He's gone no matter what.
Let me throw something. Let me throw something down, man. No, he ain't standing no season. He need to be gone by tomorrow. He need to be gone by tomorrow. What? No. Another day. No. They need to get rid of him by tomorrow. Get him off this team.
Gibson, as long as they keep playing the Detroit Pistons back to back, he gonna be there. Cause they gonna.
We gotta play. No, we gotta play clean. We got some teams coming up.
Saving him. Like, come on now, this schedule is saving him. Really,
he need to go.
Really, the schedule is saving him.
Wait, the Cavaliers rough on that. Cavaliers back.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, y'all. I just need Patricia P. Appreciate one of the queens of the chat. They always dropping stats. That's what I love about the queens of the chat. They just come with receipts and then they gone. Next question. So Patricia P. says 63-20 bench points help. That is startling, ladies and gentlemen. This is startling stat right here. 63-20 bench points.
Amara,
yes, sir.
You have Pat Connaughton facilitating your bench when they come in the game. He's running point when your bench comes in the game. Who's helping them out? Who's helping them score? What are we doing here? Like, Pat Connaughton is trying to set up people to score. Like, come on, man, stop. You ain't giving them a chance to compete. Like, what are we doing? Like, what? Like, if Bobby had an off game, we ain't getting nothing off the bench.
That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact.
Because Pat Connaughton, he the point guard.
But my thing is, why? If you was gonna do that, why did you play campaign? He's an actual.
And then you're not playing campaign. You're not playing campaign at point, but you got Pat Connaughton running point.
I'd have rather seen Andre Jackson Jr. at point.
Yeah, me too. I think he played a better point guard than probably campaign, to be honest. But the coach has no creativity. He has no feel for the game. He just don't seem to have no feel for the game. I think
this is a good comment too from my man Mr. 414. Let me put this in here. Salute to you, Mr. 414. It's looking like the Bucks have no choice but to shoot teams out the gym. The real question is it sustainable without exhausting our guys before the postseason? That's a great question. That's a great. Hey, that's a real statement, Mr. 4. That is the reality of what we are. That's the reality. We're a team that's either gonna shoot you out the gym or lose. That's it. That's it.
Wow, this is embarrassing.
As far as the Packers, I'm talking about we need a. You see how Fred Warner was running all over that field?
Yeah, we need one of them.
We need one of them. If we get one of them, we'll be in the Super Bowl because our defense ain't had one of them. Jair is good, but he ain't running over the field like a Fred Warner in the playoffs. Fred Warner was locking the whole Packer midsection up.
If we pivoted to the Packers, I'm gonna say this: the last time, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that the last time the Packers had impactful defensive players is first. I always salute Clay Matthews Jr.
Yep.
Clay Matthews Jr. was a savage when he was in his prime. When we had Charles Woodson, those were players that individually would impact the game. They impacted a game individually.
Yeah.
Clay Matthews could wreck your whole offensive plan. Same with Woodson. We don't have no records.
Look at that last drive, y'all. If we'd have had a Clay Matthews, a Charles Woodson, just one of those players that's gonna step up when it matters, that ain't gonna get tired. They ready for the moment. We'd have won that game. They would have never scored.
I agree with that. And that's the difference. So that's what I think for the Packers they need to address. I think our offense is good. If you want to get another left tackle, You know what I'm saying? Just because Bakhtiari going, we got a good one, but it's another one in the making. And then I think we still need to address the defense. We're slow at linebacker. Like I
It's the
said,
linebacker.
Campbell is slow.
Yeah.
Preston is slow. They
Yeah.
can't move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we need to replace them with people with actual speed. Some players from the SEC. That's always my solution. Go whoever is on the board from the SEC, grab them. The best available player on defense from the SEC, grab one of them because I at least know
Even
at the very least they fast.
Amara, when I watched the KC game, Eric Reed was blowing stuff up in that
There we
game.
go. Yep.
He was blowing stuff up in that game. So if we get somebody in the middle, a safety, a middle linebacker that's just on point blowing stuff up, that make all the difference in the world for a defense. Because if you get players scared to come over the middle, Jair becomes way more effective. Because
Facts.
now they ain't getting over the middle because there go Charles Woodson sitting up in there. We ain't passing in the middle. That's dangerous. We gonna hesitate. There go middle linebacker Brian Urlacher in the middle. We can't
Right.
just
We
pass.
will
We gotta check
hesitate.
for him first. We gotta check for him, and then here come the cornerbacks. Now they got time to recover. So
We gonna
we
be
just need
good,
something
Tony
up the middle.
Jackson.
We need
Don't
a
you gotta
superstar
take no
up the
heart
middle.
medicine. We gonna be straight.
We need a superstar up the. Oh yeah. We play Cleveland. Oh man, they've been blowing teams out too. Cleveland
Right.
been blowing teams, so that's
I got one question I would like to drop in the chat right
Okay.
now, but and I was saying that, and I was looking at it, and B Shock and Mr. Smith said it right. We would like for Bucks Nation to know, why is Adrian Griffin favored Pat so much over the other rest of the young guys? We would like to know why and why he
He's a
refused.
veteran. He's a veteran.
that's why.
That's really what it boils down to. He's a veteran.
I
And I
That's
thought,
remember.
it.
I remember.
they didn't play him this game. I figured he was getting traded. I'm like, oh, he about to get traded because we didn't see him until the end of the game. I said, oh, they trading Pat because we didn't
Because I
see him.
definitely know Beauchamp is on a trading block because they ain't played him in a minute. He's
Pat must
definitely
have
a
been on the
piece for a
trade block
trade.
too because I feel like he would have only been in the game, and he was on the bench the whole game. It wasn't nothing wrong.
Oh
Wasn't nothing
man,
wrong with Pat. So I think he on the trade
What up,
block.
Drake West?
I think Pat's on the
man,
trade block because they didn't play that dude.
I think him
that
and
would
I'm
be
gonna tell y'all, being real, like no funny stuff. I honestly believe Beauchamp for sure and Pat Connaughton are on the trading block.
Yeah.
It just depends if we can actually close the deal and make it make sense. I do think those two players are on the trading block for sure.
It depends
Maybe
on who
even
we can get.
AJ Green on the low, because we ain't seen him in a minute either. Not that
It
I
depends on
want
who
those
we
players to go, because that is our youth. But it's very interesting over the last 2 weeks since we've been talking about trades that we haven't seen those guys get a lot of run. AJ Green and Beauchamp. Something is definitely going on. So we do
Yeah.
need to keep that in our back pocket,
Because
Bucks
when
Nation.
they stop playing players, they trying to keep them healthy so
Right,
they can
facts.
trade them. So when I saw them not playing Pat, I'm like, they trying to keep him from spraining the ankle, for tearing something up, so they can trade him. And that's what all I thought when he went in the game. It's like he's definitely on the trade block. But if they can get Murray, they're trading Bobby. But if they can't get Murray, they're trading Pat and Beauchamp for like a Caruso or something. So I think that's their options, or Finney or something. But like somebody said, Crowder can play the 4. Crowder can play the floor. He actually will space the court.
Yeah, but
a
he
little
be
bit.
undersized, so I just worry
But
about
that's
rebounding.
what he's been doing all his whole career though. He's a big small forward. That's what he's been doing. He's like a PJ Tucker in that way. So he been doing, huh? And
He's
when
trying.
you put him, go ahead, Dale.
No, I was saying he was trying to cover Giannis a couple of times with the Heat and the Suns, so he was a little tough on Giannis when they was playing together.
Okay.
So I'll give him that. I don't know. I just wish and hope that they just get this trade done now if they're going to do it. But
Yeah.
I don't trust his coach because he just don't.
He won't know how to utilize them. But because we know Chris Middleton probably should be coming off the bench.
Right. He was better when he was coming off the bench. When he was coming back from that injury, I liked him so much coming off the bench.
If you wanted some bench points, you'll bring Chris Middleton off the bench and mismatch the lineups that way. And you can't have, and I don't like the rotation with Dame playing the whole first quarter then the whole third. I think that messes up everything you're trying.
Do you know why that happens?
Because he asked for it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
That's the
That's my
problem.
whole point.
That's the problem.
Why are the
Because he
players
asked for it.
dictating what is happening on this team?
And that messes up your whole rotation. That messes up your whole. That now you got to put Connaughton starting at point guard at the start of the fourth quarter. That now you got Middleton on the court by itself. You know that messes up everything. You don't. That's a bad. That's bad. That's a bad
Hey,
rotation. It's just bad.
you need a
So
superstar on the court at all times. I don't care if it's
yeah,
Giannis.
and it ain't Middleton. Middleton's not a superstar.
No.
You need Giannis.
He's a fringe star. I would say Middleton is a fringe star.
And we can't be waiting to. You can't sit Dame out to 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's crazy to me. That's crazy that's what we doing. We like, oh, we ain't gonna start Dame fourth quarter. We gonna have him play the last 4 to 5 minutes. That's just crazy that he sits on the bench so long in the fourth. I can't unless somehow Middleton ain't scoring, which he ain't. Then or we about to get blown out, which has happened, and then we bring Dame in, and then we still lose. So,
Yeah, so
man,
what's the difference? Right, so what's the difference?
Hey,
it was too late.
I'm gonna throw something in there. I'm gonna throw something in there real quick.
No, I agree with that, Dre West. Chris did step up in the fourth quarter, and he did
I
help
have
us
no
pull
problem
away.
with
I
Chris,
give you that.
honestly.
Absolutely.
But if he
Salute.
come off the bench, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous bench player because they can't match up with him off the bench. Go ahead,
I
Gibbs.
call it. All right. I think what
up,
the
VB
Bucks
Sleep?
and Pronte, Daniel, and Amo. I think what I was looking at. I think Chris Middleton need the sacrifices role to let someone fill that and let us be like the way
Like the
Manu
Spurs.
Ginobili did for the Spurs.
Yep. Just
That
like the
would be
Spurs.
that would be very dangerous. Let him
That's
sacrifice
dangerous.
and Manu Ginobili sacrifices role in the Spurs.
Hey, that was
And what
hard right there. That was hard right there, Gibson.
He can
I'm
close
with that.
games. Ginobili closed games off the bench.
All
So
right.
I'm with that.
he can
I'm with
close
that.
the game. But we look at the bench scoring all year. 80 to 20, 60 to 20.
Unless Bobby go off, we don't get nothing from the bench. And every once in a while, campaign to go off.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So you get let's say we do get a Murray, which we probably ain't. You'll have Beasley and Middleton come off the bench. That's offense.
Yeah,
that's
true.
power.
Offense.
That's fire.
But we
Right there.
can't bring Beasley off the bench because his contract says he needs to be a starter.
Oh,
Is that
I'm just
real?
keeping it real.
Is it
That's
real?
why
Is
he
that
ain't been
real?
to the bench yet.
Oh,
Part of the stipulation for him taking less money here was that he would be a starter.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we can start in the first 3 minutes
and
then pull them out. Well, I mean, what we talking about? The same way we don't have to start Middleton. We can start him in the first 3 minutes and then pull him
My
out.
man Pronte said that with no shame. That man, I just put him in for 3 minutes and just take him out.
He's starting. He's starting. He's
Hey,
starting.
Prante, I call it a number. I call it a Daniel Prante number. Remember this day. We are getting Murray. I calling it. I don't know
Okay,
what.
all right.
I don't know what
I think the
horse
Lakers
have
gonna get him,
cooking.
but
I don't know what. I
think
don't
he's
know what.
better than that.
I don't know. I don't know what horse have cooking. I think before this week, between next week, Murray should be a Bucks. Watch it.
But no,
Watch
Dre
it.
West said, let's get Murray out of our minds. They want first round picks for him, and we don't have them. If they want that definitely won't happen.
Wrong. Something's going wrong because the Bucks name wouldn't even be mentioned if that was the case.
Right. See, Janet MOC, shout out to another one of Queens of the chat coming with receipts. She said they took the Celtics into overtime. Seems like they only show up for good teams. Detroit.
You know what, though? You know what? I give Celtics. I mean, Detroit got some young, strong players. I mean, the way Stewart was playing Giannis was pretty nice.
Yep.
We could use him. We could actually use him. Stewart was actually playing good defense, good hustle. He was frustrating people. I like to get that dude because that dude it will be valuable in the playoff series. That dude will be valuable, and he like to make it dirty. He better than Bobby to me because he for real with it. He for real with it.
No, I agree with you there. Stacy said no, he doesn't. 14 other teams passed on that man. Horst is just an idiot or a bad business. Shout out to Stacy.
14 people.
What I told you. Idiot.
Shout out to Stacy. Let's get the likes up, Bucks Nation. We at 63. We should at least be around 70, 75 now, Bucks Nation. Let's get the likes up. Go ahead, Pronte. Shout out to Stacy. Hey, what I told y'all, hey, in the chat, when I say this is the best Bucks chat on YouTube, I be dead serious. People don't just be talking. They come with receipts and then say something crazy. They'll have a receipt and then bomb on somebody. They just don't be bombing on people without no receipt. You see, man, Patricia, all these people, they come with receipts,
and
stats,
facts.
with
Facts.
facts that you
Hey,
can't
do y'all
refute,
think that
and
if we
then they
do make
talk
a
crazy
bid,
about you. But I always appreciate them because before they do a number 2 on you, they'll give you the receipt why I'm giving you the number 2. Salute to them. Salute to them. Go
listen,
ahead,
you
y'all.
right. Listen, you right. The Timberwolves lost to the Hornets. So,
See.
so you know, any given game you can lose. It's the NBA, but the Bucks, we know we need a little more defense to have a shot at it. We know we need a little more defense. We'll be a winning team, but we know we need a little more defense, or else we're gonna be out there like the Miami Dolphins, just scoring points and then
We
fade at
are
the
the
end.
Miami Dolphins. Let's not even say
Right now,
like.
we are the Miami
There's no
Dolphins.
like. We the same.
We the same.
Either if we get if we get ahead of you and we get our rhythm going, we gonna run you right up out the gym. It's when you stop that initial run or you stop us in that first quarter, then we struggle. But if we could come out the gate strong, we'll probably win. We'll probably win. Just like the Dolphins. If they score them first 2 touchdowns, even if you didn't score, but if they score, they like, oh yeah, we got you because you know you eventually gonna stop scoring and we gonna keep scoring because now we in our rhythm. So if the Bucks get in a rhythm, then you're done. Then you're done.
And not only that, but the role players on this team, they need to put in their mind and sit down, watch out a game, and watch how other teams play us. I don't know if they watch that. They need to sit down when everybody leave. They come back in that film room and put in that tape and see what mistakes I made wrong. How could I get better at? Not only Giannis and Dame have to be doing all the work and everybody sit back, standing around. No. You need the box out. When that ball hit the rim, fly out, grab that rebound and fight for the ball. Ain't nobody doing nothing. That's why teams are just looking at the Bucks right now as a laughing stock of the NBA because we have been. We have an idiot coach who
Joe
don't know.
Perry should still be going.
We don't know. We don't know. He don't know how to coach. He don't know how to He don't know how to make adjustment. He don't know how to stop the team best player to put couple bodies on them. He just let them go off and stand there with his hand behind your back, looking like they'll figure it out. Come on, man, get this together. This is a championship team, Griffin, not
Appreciate
a
you, Mike.
mediocre. This is a team would win a championship, not just a team with trying to win one. We trying to win more, and you standing in the way of that. You stopping us from getting that.
Hey, I agree with you, Gibson. I think we we're 2 moves away. We a solid defensive guard away, a really good defense, above average defensive guard, and a trade of a coach away from being a really legit contender. Like
it hurt
we
my
need
it hurt my heart, Bucks. Fronte, Daniel, it hurt my heart every time I go back and I watch that video how the Bucks win the champion. I say, when could we have that again? Griffin is the problem. I'm telling you, you get rid of Griffin, the
but you know
team will
what,
play
Gibson?
better.
I'm not gonna lie, Gibson. The NBA ain't about defense no more.
It's
not.
Really not. I've been seeing all these other scores. They've been putting up 130 every team. So defense is not. It's more like what Shaq is talking about. That's why we need to get a guard that can kind of slow somebody down for like a 5-minute stretch,
right?
And just pull away at the end because every team's putting up 120 points. Every team's giving up 120 points. It feels like they might have one game when they hold them to like 100, but then they scoring 130.
Right.
So it's crazy. The scoring in the NBA is kind of crazy this year. I have never really seen it like this. So it's hard to tell who's really good and who's really not when it comes to playoffs. I think there's some teams that are built better, like Boston, because they got certain players that gonna show up. And then you got the Bucks. They got certain players that will go up. That's what makes them dangerous. They just need another defender that gonna show up.
A point of attack defender. We really need a point of attack defender
because Giannis gonna show up in the playoffs.
Right.
Giannis is better in the playoffs than the regular season. Dame is gonna show up in the playoffs, and Chris Middleton gonna show up in the playoffs.
Correct.
That's why I don't mind.
There is a playoff Chris. I definitely agree. Playoff Chris averaged like 24 a game. Real talk.
Yeah. I don't mind
playoff
getting rid of
Chris
Bobby.
is better.
Because Bobby don't show up in the playoffs. especially against good defensive teams, he ain't scoring. And he definitely ain't defending nobody. So, that's why you got to think about if you're thinking about the long run, you not putting that much stock in Bobby because Bobby will get you regular season wins, but he ain't getting you to win in the playoffs. He ain't getting you to dub in the playoffs. He was on the bench most of the time. They couldn't even play him most of the time in the playoffs because he wasn't scoring and he was just a liability on defense. So, you got to think about that when you think about what you're trading for and where you're trying to go. We trying to go to the championship. Bobby is not going to be a part of that. If we need an asset or a point of attack, again, you gotta make that sacrifice. Hate to see it because I love Bobby.
Same.
Love Bobby. But if you want to win a championship with this team without Drew, you're gonna need somebody at a point of attack more than you're gonna need a Bobby Portis in the playoffs. You might lose a couple of regular season games because of that, but you're not gonna lose playoff series because of that move. And that's what they gotta start thinking about.
If
This
he's
is about the
available,
playoffs.
414.
This is about the playoffs, y'all. We all mad because we 30-13? Like that's crazy to be mad when you 30-13, but that's because we looking like a team that ain't gonna win in the playoffs.
That's the problem, and that's where people need to understand where the anger. WFSO said, "What happened to the assistant coach they signed? He fell into place with the rest of them. He fell into place. He done merged in with the rest of the scrubs." Asked about that assistant coach. We signed him. I forgot his name. He has had no impact. No impact.
Trevor Gleason. Trevor Gleason is his name. Gleason.
It could be Jackie Gleason. He ain't helping us.
Right.
Man, Amber, it hurt. I told man.
I was thought because we were talking about Prunty. I'm like, Prunty ain't the assistant coach though. Then we get one.
Right. We forgot all about Gleason. Yeah.
Right.
He just there chilling. He collecting a check, staying out the way.
Staying way out the way.
He's staying out the way. Boy. Good point, WFSO. Salute.
Hey, Amber, question, right? Just before I go. I don't want Griffin to come in here to jack this team up because this is a team. What even though that we bomb on Bud, he didn't make adjustment in the playoff, but we have to give him his respect. We was a solid, dominant regular season team.
Right.
We was putting hand, feet on them. Like Pistons was under Bud. We was getting them out of here. But Griffin, they can figure it out.
We was the best defensive playoff team every year.
Regular season. Regular season.
In the playoffs.
Okay.
We had the number one rated defense in the playoffs every year. Every year. Our defense actually got better in the playoffs.
Preaching, Pronte. Salute,
our defense got better in the playoffs with under Bud. Our offense just sucked. Our offense was flatline. But our defense would keep us in the games.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. But we don't know if we can get that from Griffin because he ain't bringing nothing. We know it ain't him on offense. We know that's just Giannis and Dame.
He's the opposite. This team on the Griffin Pronde is the opposite. Is the opposite. We the opposite.
Patricia P with more receipts. Sasser averages 7 points a game, except against the Bucks. Jesus.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we seen that all year long. That's why if we can get Murray, if we can get Caruso, we got to go for him. We got to get him because them guards been killing us. They just been eating us up.
I agree. Fox, Monday. Fox, you get my respect.
We don't even know their names and they come in scoring 20
Bro,
and
30. They get a check off of us.
Alex Burke is like 15 years in the league, probably averaged 2 points this season and came in and got 30-something last game. He almost dropped 40 on them. Like, what is going on? And they be so confident. They be super confident. Ivy been struggling all season. Last game was like 25. I'm looking like, come on, man. I'm just glad Cade didn't
Scoot
play.
Henderson had a good game against us.
Yeah.
Nice to win. Every bum player in the league, when they play against the Bucks, they drop career high numbers because they know we have an imbecile coach.
Right.
Number one.
Career high numbers.
Calling him a coach is a disrespect to other coaches in all other disciplines. Calling Adrian Griffin a coach is a disrespect to other coaches.
Yeah. I don't think he coaches much.
He not coaching.
You need to go and coach. You need to go and coach in the G League. I'm gonna go coach in G League because number one,
how you gonna help them? That's really even worse. That's where you're supposed to develop the talent.
You know what?
Dude, you can't put him against with no young guy. I'm calling people liars. I'm gonna start with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was co-signing Griffin. We should have known it was smoke then.
That's a lie.
Yep.
We
Setting
should
us
have
up.
known it was smoke. He was playing. I wasn't even paying attention. He was using the 48 laws of power right in my face, and I wasn't even paying attention.
Right. Right.
That's a lie.
We
That's a
should
lie.
have known right now if our op is giving this coach credit. Why would he
Something
do
ain't
that?
right. Something ain't right.
Something
not
ain't right. We should have known.
Something,
Terry Stotts left. No
something,
explanation, no nothing. He just walked out.
something,
Red
something ain't right.
flag, red flag, red flag. But we were just so open-minded. We were
Yeah.
so welcoming to Griffin. He was saying all the right things. And we welcomed him in to Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. And what did he do?
Woes-
He spit in our face.
No,
Adrian
no.
Griffin
He
has spit in the face of Bucks Nation. Literally.
ain't,
A
he ain't
loogie,
spitting.
if you remember that term. Y'all remember what a
He ain't-
loogie is? That's what Adrian Griffin has spat in the face of Bucks
No, he ain't
Nation.
do that. He didn't do that, Alma. He was go ahead, one minute down. He was wolves in sheep clothing, Alma. That's what he was.
But even with that said, we got so much talent that we still got the second best.
We still got a chance. We got a chance.
We got a chance. If he can figure it out.
If we can get rid of him, we got a real chance.
He need not. You know what need to happen sometimes? You need to reboot your system. Maybe he slip and fall on the ice, hit his head a little bit.
Hey, I feel like,
you know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like-
It just reboot
I
your
feel like-
system.
you know how
Maybe he slipped down the stairs a little bit and just, juggle the brain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He need his system rebooted.
I think we should send Griffin down to the G League so he can practice coaching, and then have him come up. Send him down there for 10 games. Coach the G League team. Let somebody else take over for the next 10 games and see what happens. Because he need to work on his coaching game. So we need to send him down to G League, coach there, develop a little bit, and then come back and see what he can do. Because if he mess up for the next 3 games, send him back down there. Because he's in a development stage. He's a developing coach. He's not.
I know more than you said. PC bringing the ball up. LMAO, AG worse than Bud for real. Oh yeah, easily.
Come on, underneath Bud Pat Condon never used to be bringing up no board. So
we had Bobby Portis running point, and we looking like what?
Bro, I seen Brock, but the thing is, he's allowed to do that.
Like what? And he turned the ball over. You like, oh, you surprised? Who's surprised by that? Like you act like Bobby Portis finna go up and dunk on somebody. How many times dunks Bobby Portis did miss? And man, come on, trying to go coast to coast. Come on, man, that was crazy. I mean, stop it.
Lopez dunked on Stewart. That was pretty cool, but man, you ain't gonna see that often.
Hey, Lopez was playing in the post today.
Yeah, where he should be.
What? One game out of 41? One game out of 42. Lopez was in the post, and it actually looked okay.
We don't even use that's the problem. We don't even use our players at their strengths. Brook, yes, he can shoot threes. Can he hit timely threes? But he can even have more of an impact on the offensive side in the post. You're the biggest guy in the post, and you have a full bag. Let's not be mistaken here. Brook Lopez has a full offensive bag in the post. He has every move you could want in the post, but it's to utilize that. Yes, Brook is slow. Brook is that. But if you put him as a rim protector and just have him guard an area and you give some type of resistance, he's gonna be in the defensive player of the year category because he can erase everything coming there. Yeah. But it can't be 3 people just running to the paint. One has the ball, then one is on the like a little bit outside the paint. He can kick it to. It's just a free for all in the paint. So I will give Brook a pass on that.
I'm gonna give Brook a pass. I'm gonna give Brook a pass too, because he do play good, solid defense sometimes. I feel like if our guards were connected a little more, it'd be more blocks. Actually, it'd be more difficult shots. Actually, and it's all about positioning. It's all about effort and positioning. The way the defense is structured is terrible. It's too much.
WFSO.
They give up too much space for everybody. They close out sloppy. Then the man run right around him. And then he got his other man run right. The other dude on the pick and roll run right down with him. And then what Blow Pass supposed to do?
Othello Rucker said, "Okay, I knew something was up. Cam been good for us, low key. He played.
He injured.
He's our most reliable bench player to keep it real. Cause Bobby's so up and down, but Cam been pretty consistent. I gotta give campaign his respect. He been pretty consistent.
Have no problem with campaign at all. I don't know why he getting benched for PC at point. I just don't know why. So I think that once we get rid of Griffin, which I think he's gonna make, I think we're gonna make a trade. Then we're gonna get rid of Griffin. That's my. I think they.
I don't see it mid-season now. I think if it was gonna happen, it would have happened already. There's enough information gathered. They got stats people. I know they got stats people.
Amara, you know what's gonna come. The real part of the season is about to hit.
Yeah, it is.
In about 3 weeks.
We got Denver, like all them cats back to back.
But teams start gearing up for the playoffs in about 3 weeks.
Yeah,
for real. So if we ain't there in 3 weeks, we gonna be in trouble. Because teams really start trying to lock in, get their positioning, start going on major runs in about 3 weeks. Right after the All-Star break, they start locking in. So, we're gonna see certain teams fall off. We're gonna see certain teams
What
go
up,
up.
Mona? Appreciate you.
The question is where the Bucks gonna be. Was they gonna be a serious team that lock in? They're gonna be a serious team that fall off, a clown that fall off, and they might be right in the middle somewhere. But Indiana's dismantling their team. Thank God. I think they might have did us a couple favors.
That trade was kind of they
taking apart their team.
Yeah, 3 first-round picks.
Too much.
But they trying to trade Buddy Hill. They trying to trade a couple more players. I'm like, y'all. All right, depth is the reason why they beat us.
Yep.
So once they take away the depth, they might not beat us. I don't know what they doing, but whatever. Go for it. I guess they trying to be legit.
Question right, Amber.
Oh, go ahead.
I gotta give Prande his props tonight. He got super knowledge. I respect.
Hey, Prande kicking it in. Hey.
Prande got knowledge. Prande,
only elite Bucks fans are on this podcast. Join this podcast. Only elite, intelligent, high IQ Bucks fans join this podcast. Salute to y'all.
I think we just a guard away. Honestly, I think we're a guard away, and we might have to give it to Griffin. I mean, we gotta relieve him of his duties somehow. Pretend he the coach and let somebody else coach. We got 18 coaches sitting on the bench. I'm pretty sure somebody else can do better. Like down a little bit. So
you want him to be like a casino where they had the face man, but Sam Rothstein was actually running the casino. You want him to be green. You just want to be green. Hey, he out there, he the face man, but you got Sam Rothstein behind the scene pulling the strings.
We got like 15 coaches on the bench. One of them gotta be better than Griffin. One of them gotta be better than Griffin. I mean, think about it. One of them coaches is better than Griffin. They just sitting there letting dudes just mess up everything because they ain't got the whole team. One of them. I mean, that's why Terry Stott left because he knew he was better than Griffin.
I agree with that.
He went to the Griffin and watch him do dumb stuff and not, be able to put together a solid game plan. Mm-hmm. So he said, you know what, I'm gonna leave because I can't sit behind this dude. He don't know what he's doing. This is an insult to me. He felt insulted.
Right, he said that's an insult to me. That's what made it crazy because he didn't say nothing. He didn't yell, scream. He just said, you know what? I'm out. I got a family. I don't need this.
I don't need that. That dude is he's not better than me. That's what all he was saying. This dude ain't he not a better coach than me. That's all he was saying. And that's why he quit. Because he I've been in the league too long to be sitting behind this dude. That's it. Because
we should have known. We were so naive. All the signs were there.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All the signs were there. Signs were there in the preseason. Signs were there. The first game of the season, we're like, dang, why the Bucks giving up so many points?
Hey, Marvin, how do we actually know they're watching film? We can't say. I'm not trying to be funny for real. I'm actually being serious. We don't know that they're watching film because there's no way you're watching film from every game and you see the same mistakes happening over and over and you do nothing.
You see players, my fault.
That's all you hear. That's all you see. Everybody patting their chest. My bad. My bad. My bad. That's right. That's it. That's all we see.
That's all I see. Like, That's what happened when you let somebody run right
Hey,
past you. Oh.
Right? He said, "Oh, oh."
hey, you
I'm
put
like,
your
what,
apartment.
man?
Oh crap, man! I don't know why I did that, man.
I don't
You
know.
gonna kick?
I thought you was
Hey,
picking them up. Oh, you ain't picking them up? Oh, my bad. Run down the court. Like, man, get that out of here. Any other coach would be
yelling
raging
at him.
on the sideline. They'd be raging on the sideline if they had, oh, you didn't pick them up, I ain't gonna pick them up. They'd have called an instant timeout. Like, some of y'all better get your timeout. Like, but Griffin just be sitting there. People looking like, dog.
I
Your
don't
players
see
Oh,
that man with no clipboard, no Sharpie, and with an eraser to like, hey, let me draw this. Oh, you know what? This don't look right. Let me take this off. We should be doing. I don't see nothing. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all gonna laugh. The way he conducts himself on the sideline is like the ushers do in five-serve form with their hands behind their
Oh
back,
my
just watching
goodness. Oh
people,
man.
waiting for them to
Oh
ask
man.
if where they
oh,
seats are.
Oh
what?
man.
That's how
That's a bad
the
thing.
ushers look at five-serve form. They hands behind their back, they just walking around waiting for somebody to ask them a question.
I wouldn't trust
What is
Griffin
he
to
doing
run towards him.
differently?
I
He's just
wouldn't trust.
walking around with his hands behind his back. He might as well put on the five-serve form vest and just do that.
I'm going to get something with you in there real quick. My boy Teron Taylor from the Bahamas just posted a comment in your chat, little and
Okay.
he made a very good point. He said that Griffin don't have a system,
Don't.
a system, and
I
with
know we
they
can
said, look,
recognize. No, he do have a system. It's this. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh,
Hey, you didn't see
you ain't
that?
pick him up. Oh,
I didn't see it. I ain't see it.
That was
I
my
ain't
man.
see it.
Oh, that was my
and
man. That's his system. Like, bro, come on.
and and and
No,
and,
This
and
game
Amber,
22.
and
No,
Amber and Dan,
after
Go
every
and
ahead.
game,
Amber,
we did enough. We did enough today. We did enough
we
today.
just made me fought really hard.
hey, hey,
He's a great
hey,
player.
hey, hey, Amber,
No,
and I would,
Asper Sasser is not a great player. What are you talking about? Alec Burt is
and
not
Amber,
a great player. He
Uh-huh.
shouldn't have 35 on you. Stop lying to yourself.
hey,
Go ahead.
Amber, with Brande said a little earlier, I really, really love what he said. I think we need to do whatever it takes to get Murray on this team. I agree with Prante. If we have to trade Bobby, we have to trade because this the time. Amber, I have to say it, and I was telling a friend of mine
That's
today.
hilarious, Tony Jackson.
It hurt my heart to see that Giannis, Antetokounmpo, and Chris Middleton and the rest of the crew only have one playoff appearance underneath their belt. Now that I have a problem with that. That have to change. Like what PJ Tucker said, we have to erase that. Number one, for the Bucks to erase that. Number one, ownership and
Uh,
management have to do a job
hold
to
on one
look at
second. 1 second. Hoy Street E said appreciate the 4.99 super chat. 30 and 13, and y'all want that coach head mean while Darvin Ham over there 20 and 20 with 2 top 75 players.
LeBron
Cut
James
Griff
is
some slack.
40.
No. Hey, they the same coach. They
so
just playing in a different conference. It's the
so
same coach.
LeBron James
so
40. Come
Well,
on now.
yeah.
so so
And
right
Y'all
that's
let
what I'm
now,
LeBron
saying.
James run his
Like,
seasons now.
and our
so right,
schedule, we got to be real. Our schedule was kind of light the first
Yeah.
half of the year. It was a
We
little
playing
light.
Detroit back to back.
And then at Hoy Street E, when we're talking and we're complaining, understand we're not complaining. When we're talking, I guess I need to make this clear. When we're talking, we're not talking about right now, today's game or next week's game. We're talking about April, May, and June.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. This regular season is nonsense. Just like Peyton Manning and them, they would have the best regular season stats of all time. To get in the playoffs, get cooked in the first round. That's what we don't want to become. We don't want to become like them Peyton Manning Colts. Have the best regular season record and then come in the playoffs and get cooked.
Yeah.
That's what we don't
so
want. You can't.
That's
Okay, let me give you another example. You remember the Minnesota Vikings last year? They're winning all these games on all types of heroics, last second touchdowns, field goals, all this weird stuff. And they ended up with a super good record, but everyone's like, it's fraudulent because of how it happened. You can't sustain that in the playoffs. And what happened? They got cooked. So just understand what Bucks Nation, when we're complaining, we're not talking about the game that's going on now. We're talking about what didn't happen yet. And that's the playoffs. And for us to be effective in the playoffs, the things that we're discussing need to be resolved. Period.
Yeah.
so right
Don't work. The
so
regular season doesn't matter. You don't go to the Hall of Fame for the regular season. You don't.
And I think
so
the
right
thing
Amber.
that's go ahead, Gibson.
So right, I'm like what I was saying before the super chat came in, right? Yes. So we really have to take this into consideration because I never bring it up in the chat. It come to my mind and I can explain it so Bucks Nation here. When we look at it, Giannis only how long Giannis been in the league now? He played 11 season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that 11 season, right? Giannis only have one finals appearance. No. That is not good. We have to fix that. Number one, for us to fix that, management and ownership have to come together and they have to sit with Griffin to find out and sit down to the games and watch the games to say, okay, let us see what this coach would we hired for. Let's see if he's good for the team. Now, if we don't like what he's bringing to our team, then bringing to the table, we can come together and meet with the general manager and say, you know what? I think we have a big decision to make. Either we get rid of Griffin or we bring in someone else to win to help this team move forward because other teams in the league are getting better.
Right.
They're getting better. We can't be going from good to worse to worse to worse. It cannot be. So we have to come together and put all jokes aside and we speaking positive and facts now because it hurt my
That's
heart
a
to see
very
that
outside the box comment, Jeff. I like that a little bit. Go
we
ahead, Gibson.
we see Jimmy Miami win the finals couple of times before Giannis, and we struggling to get there. Every time we get there, we get put out. The coach ain't making it. No. We have to try things, and I pray that John Horst this season, please. I don't know if you listen in the chat. Please make some move. Make the proper move which can help benefit this team on the long run. Please,
Yeah.
Peace out,
you gotta
Elijah.
get rid of you got to get rid of Griffin. You look at how Philadelphia playing. After they get rid of Doc Rivers, the coach coming there, everybody buying the
Gibson is spitting.
system.
Hey, Bucks
So
Nation, we should be at 70 likes, y'all. Let's get 4 more
so
likes
I
in
just
here,
need,
y'all. Go
I'm
ahead.
with you, Gibson. You got to do it if you're really
you
serious.
have to do it.
If
We
you're
have to
really
do it,
serious,
Amber.
you do.
You
Or
see
else
what
we're
you
going to
see
be
what
playing with ourselves like the Cowboys. So
Yep.
we don't want to be the Cowboys. Bring it back.
Damn, bro. Yeah, damn.
Like,
we
what are
have
we
to do it,
doing here?
Amber. We have to
Damn.
do it.
That hit
Amber,
different.
we
That
have
hit
to do it.
different.
We have to do it. Management and ownership have to look at it not for today. Look at like what you said a little earlier for the playoffs when everybody watching, everybody what they gonna say? Man, we know this Bucks team was a fraud. They can't win. No, we have to change that. We have to change
Yeah.
that. We have to change the culture. The culture have to change. And number one, for the culture to change, you have to get rid of that first time Ricky head coach
Shay
and bring in
Scarborough, that was
someone
funny.
to
The
And
hurt
steer
you
the
know
doesn't
what,
ship,
mean
though?
Griffin.
to
Hurt doesn't
steer
mean
the
Griffin.
ship, to steer the ship, to
hey,
steer the
hey,
ship,
the chat is coming with some one-liners today. Salute to the
to,
chat,
to
bro.
steer the chip in the right direction and to lead this team into the promised land. So Giannis could say, I did not waste all of my prime in Milwaukee and I only end up with
Hey, I
one
don't know about
championship.
that, Fletcher.
We have
I feel like Gibson, if we get a Murray or if we lucky enough to get Murray, I don't think we're gonna get him. That's a better team than the championship team.
yes,
Because
yes.
you got Dame and Murray
Mm-hmm.
and Middleton
Mm.
and Giannis
And
and Brook
Brooks.
Lopez to close out a game. That's
Yeah.
elite. That's an elite 6-man rotation. You're gonna be able to mix up with some defense on guards. You're gonna be able to some shot making, some create. That's a elite defense. You ain't even got to worry about Middleton doing all that.
Let's
Whatever
get a
he be
couple more
doing with the
likes,
ball,
ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you.
almost losing the ball every time he come down the court. You ain't got to worry about it. He can just get to his spot, do his little 1-2 thing, and pull up. So and I'm with you, Gibson. I'm with you. You do it now. You don't wait. You know what you saying. You know what
Right,
you
he said
saying.
you know what you seeing. Right. Why
Everybody
you
saying
saying like that? Man, it was
because
tight.
we
You know what you
haven't seen
seeing.
a stretch where the Bucks was just locking things up. This whole year we haven't had a 5-game stretch where the Bucks was just locking stuff up.
That's
Just
what he's
playing
saying.
good defense. We haven't seen it like, dang, they look real good for 5 games. We haven't seen that. We
That's what
seen
he's saying.
terrible defense almost every game of the season.
That's what he's saying.
All
That
right, hold
ain't
on one
making
second. Let me get this last comment off. Let me get this super chat off from my man Hoy Street E. Hold on. Hoy Street E said we're already that we just got cooked in the first round. Best record. Did y'all forget that? No, we didn't, Hoy Street E. And that's why we got Bud out of here. Because he was a regular season coach. And he don't
That's
make
the
adjustments.
point.
But the thing is, Griffin ain't even a regular season coach. That's the problem.
don't know how
That's
to
why we
operate his
got
business.
Dame.
But I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, Hoistry E. But at least Bud was successful during the regular season. We had an identity.
Right.
He would choke in the playoffs because he refused to adjust.
Cause I,
Griffin don't have no system, no identity, no adjustments.
yeah,
He's just you know what? He's worse.
He has no go with it either. He don't got
Oh
he don't
man,
got the house payment. He don't got nothing. He got nothing. The house don't do. He don't know how to pay it. He don't know what he's doing.
oh,
yeah, and
woo,
that's
boy.
why.
He couldn't milk a cow. The cow looked like he was a barn. They can't. He
All right,
couldn't do
y'all.
that.
I got it. I'm gonna get these last couple comments
Yeah,
before I
get
get
up
out of
out
here.
of
We
here.
up at 2 hours, y'all.
All
Appreciate the chat. I'm sure y'all was tickled by this conversation. But before we go, let's talk about something positive. And the positive is that the Bucks are second in the East, regardless of all the problems we had. We're in a good position headed into the playoffs. And maybe, like somebody said, maybe magically Griffin will figure it out. And then on the Packers positive, we young as
Lucky
hell and
Charms.
we got a good coach. The Packers will win a Super Bowl within the next 3 to 5.
I
Guaranteed.
can't wait for that.
About 3 years, Packers should be
I'm
Super
just
Bowl
saying, the
bound.
last time the Packers won a Super Bowl, they had a star on defense. That's all they really need.
Yeah, that's
All they
fair.
really
That's
need.
fair.
Every time the Packers win a Super Bowl, they had a leader on defense that was putting in work. That's all they need. If they get a leader on defense that actually put in work when it mattered, they'll win the Super Bowl.
No, that's a fact. So I'm gonna let y'all go here. I'm gonna get these last comments out. Hold on before we let y'all go. First, Gibson.
Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love to Bucks Nation. And we pray that John Horse will do some magic, pull a rabbit out the hat somehow, anyway, to get this thing back on track. And he will man up and say, you know what, Griffin, we had enough. Thank you for your service and in the door.
All right, y'all. Salute to my man Prate and the Bleacher Report boss. All right, fam. Appreciate y'all tapping in. All right, y'all. My man. All right, let's get a couple of these comments off. But I'm still proud of the Packers. Even though we lost, man, we showed some heart. Fletcher 12 said Griffin did beat the Boston Celtics. That's true. Joshua, what's good? Bucks are a serious team for getting a paycheck. That's about it. This team lacks a real head coach and guys with heart and hustle. Let's get one more like, y'all, just to get to 70 likes. Appreciate you. Robert Brooks says, Stacy, I'd rather trade our old guys over a new coach because Middleton and Brook will still be slow. Yeah, but maybe they could be schemed for better. I see what you're saying, but even if we trade and get younger players, we still have a coach that's inept. That's the problem. It got to be a combination of both, coaching and players. Come on, Leon Theo. What's good? We have no chance this year. Forget about the playoffs with this clown coach. We are done. Just hope Giannis won't ask for a trade. Oh, no. You're going too far, sir. You're going too far, Leon. Leon Theo, you're going too far. We're second in the East. We're just complaining about things that we want resolved before the playoffs start. We're going to the playoffs. It will be 1 through 3, somewhere, but either first or between the first and the third. That I guarantee you. It's not that far off. Mona said, women should look for red flags when it comes to relationships, but an organization as large as the Bucks miss them all. Shaking my head. That was hilarious. Oh, salute to Mona. Hilarious. Joshua said the 30-13 record is right. We still had to win the games, though, bro. We had to win the game. Bill Roberts was good. Just go back to Bud's defense. At least other teams will lose unless they shot over 50% from three-point line. That's valid. But people was killing us from three with Bud's system, though, too. I know more to you. Said Giannis is a better player than Bron and AD combined. It's not the same as the Lakers. I agree. Facts. Shout out to you. I know more to you. Thank you. I know more than you. I brought that up as an example. The Eagles just lollygagging, getting wins, and all of a sudden the wheels came off. I used that example, I think, last week. Shout out to you. I know more than you. Patricia Peace or like us last year, number 1 seed and ousted in the first round. There you go. Let me get to my man Hoy Street E. Hoy Street E was good. 199 super chat, appreciate you. Mark my words, y'all gonna be apologizing to Grit. Hey, you know what's so funny? I hope that that's the case. I actually hope that that's the case. Prove us wrong, please. Make sure I got to everybody here. Let me see if I missed somebody. Hold on a second, y'all. Bear with me. Leon Theo said Darvin Ham has a championship. What does Griff have? What championship? If you didn't win your championship in an NBA arena with fans, it doesn't count. If you're telling me what they were doing down there in Florida, playing where Daffy Duck and Mickey Mouse on their lunch break shooting around, and you calling that a game? Nah, that ain't no championship. That's a farce. They should have shut down that whole season. That championship don't count. That Mickey Mouse ring don't count. But salute to you. Paul Robertson said Bucks are turning into the 2015 Packers. Oh, don't say that. We got time. We got time, Paul. We got time. Not yet. We got time. Robert Brooks agrees with you, Ghost Rider. He said a new coach would inherit the same issues. Maybe. Tony Jackson said, I miss Bud too. I don't miss Bud because you wouldn't be crying during the regular season, but you'd be crying in the playoffs. So you got to pick your battles. Paul Robertson said Packers need a playmaker or two on defense before they can get the chip. That's what's coming. We got draft picks. We'll be straight. Robert Brooks said Bucks Nation help is on the way. Okay. Shout out to who gave me the thumbs down, I guess. All right. Emerson said that definitely count. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. When has anything like that ever happened in the NBA ever before? When has the NBA shut down for 3 months, come back, not going into NBA arenas? You're playing literally where Daffy Duck, Mickey Mouse, and Elsa from Frozen are shooting around during their lunch break. There were no fans. No, it doesn't count. If it's not in a traditional format, it doesn't count. That should have never happened. That season should have just been excommunicated in 86. No, it doesn't count. Because we both know LeBron will choke under pressure. If there was some fans there yelling and screaming, he would have choked. That's what he does. Peace out, Gibson. Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about as a coach or something. I was like, what? Okay. But that still ain't him, though. That don't really count for him, kind of. You know what I'm saying? That don't really. And then if that's the case, then didn't Adrian Griffin there when Toronto won their chip? So, I mean, it's a horse apiece. Okay, but I feel you, Hoy Street E, but didn't Griffin win one with Nurse as an assistant as well? That they the same person. Griffin and Darvin Ham, the same person. Got you, Hoy Street E. I was fired up. My bad. Salute the Bucks Nation. Salute the Packers Nation. Let's stay positive. We are talking and we were going in about certain things, but that just is what it is. We want to see this team do better. We expect greatness from this team. And when you demand greatness, this is what it is. You got to talk about the flaws in order to correct those flaws. So salute the Bucks Nation. Appreciate y'all tapping in. This is, and I put money on it, this is the best Bucks chat on all of YouTube. Hands down, I put my money on it. And this is the best Bucks podcast on YouTube. I appreciate all the intelligence from the comment. I know some people do a little trolling. Shout out to Saul Cali. But for the most part, there is so much great information in this chat. And when people are tapping in and giving their takes, so much great information. So I appreciate all the support. If we could get one more like to get us to 70, would be much appreciated. Salute to the chat. Salute the Bucks Nation. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition with some Packers talk as well. Please comment, like, subscribe, share the content. We just discussed the last two Detroit Pistons games with the Bucks, which they did win, and also the tough, heartbreaking loss with the Green Bay Packers against the 49ers. I'll see y'all next game. Should be Wednesday. Appreciate the support. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Salute, salute.